been marked by declassifying millions of pages of government files on the assassinations of President Kennedy and his brother, former Attorney General Robert Kennedy. She also released files she says shows Obama administration officials politicized intelligence about Russian election interference. A former member of Congress, Gabbard ran for president as a Democrat in 2020.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. President Trump posting that Gabbard has done an incredible job and that her principal deputy director, Aaron Lucas, will serve as acting DNI. The president's due in Suffern, New York at this hour, north of New York City, to focus on the economy and tax cuts. Fox's Nate Foy is there.
Trump will speak alongside New York Congressman Mike Lawler, who's in a very competitive House district. And Lawler is betting that Trump will energize voters, and they plan on talking about the SALT cap deduction that was increased from $10,000 to $40,000 in the One Big Beautiful Bill. Now, I talked to Lawler before this event began. He said that you can also expect immigration to be a big topic.
College student Sheridan Gorman, who was shot and killed in Chicago, was from Lawler's district. The suspect is undocumented and was free despite a previous arrest. New Fed Chair Kevin Warsh says he intends to fill the role with energy and purpose.
My goal now is to create an environment in which the best people can do their life's best work and to face every challenge in the spirit of common purpose and devotion to the national interest.
This at a White House swearing in where the president said he wants Warsh to be independent despite his frequent criticism of his predecessor. America is listening to Fox News.
For 250 years, Americans have believed in one powerful idea. We were meant to live free. Free to pursue our future and work hard, free to move, free to enjoy life without being held back. But if everyday aches and pains are slowing you down, it might be time to declare your independence from pain. I tried everything and anything to help me get rid of my pain, and nothing freed me. It just masked the pain, and the side effects diminished my quality of life. I'm sure you have been there if you have real bad pain. Relief Factor is a 100% drug-free, research-based formula that is designed to help your body fight inflammation, one of the root causes of pain. And it is not a quick fix or a temporary mask. It works from the inside out, at the source. Relief Factor. It was created for people to get back to living their life on their terms. Is that you? Walking, working, exercising, enjoying the moments that matter? This year, as we celebrate 250 years of American independence, take your stand for your own freedom. Declare your independence from pain. Try Relief Factor today. 1995, 3-week quick start. Ready for you right now. Visit relieffactor.com, 800-4-RELIEF.
Look out, it's only me. I don't really have the same kind of attitude about yelling, look out, it's only me, to Kimmer on Let It Rip Friday. Anything goes. Pete Davis in the he's got the Starburst background in the recovery center in the mountains of Macon. Pete Davis, sparkling as always. The heavens await holy crap at sports. And in the booth, Flounder, the mechanical mangler. And it's Let It Rip Friday. Boys, how's it going? It's a beautiful day. It looked like it could be some rainy weekend activity for the Memorial Day.
It's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, well, in fact, the last I checked, the chance of rain for basically Saturday, Sunday, and Monday was 85 to 95%. So we'll see. Anyway, Pete Davis, now check it on big plans because, the only thing really I can say is Saturday. Anyway, Pete Davis, Mountains of Macon. How you feeling? And anything up for the weekend, 3-day weekend?
Yeah, just doing some stuff, basically. Finding things to do.
Well, there you are.
Kind of sound like me.
No, it's... That's normally you got like 9 things. I'm kind of surprised. It's just
there's
kind of
stuff. It's just it's just stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Okay.
Good
well,
stuff.
All right. Sure. And Flounder and Mrs. Flounder, lovely Veronica.
I don't know. We're going to try and kick it by the pool because the pool's opening, but we'll see how the weather does. But figure something out.
Yeah. And of course, Memorial Day is on Monday, which is a day to honor the war dead. Memorial Day, Decoration Day originally. And although, as I recall, it was not even a federal holiday until 1971. Which was surprising. But anyway, so now different from Veterans Day to salute and appreciate people who serve in uniform. And it pays mostly attention to those who are still serving. We say, stuff like that. Although anybody. But still, Memorial Day is to honor the war dead, which is a whole different thing. And I heard Tug mention this morning on the morning show. And I feel kind of the same way. If someone says to you, Happy Memorial Day, obviously they're not saying you should be happy about all those people who died for their country. But it's kind of that, I don't know what, there's no other way to put it. What are you supposed to say? Well, a beloved memorial, a commemorative memorial or a warm and meaningful memorial. I mean, you just can't say it. You don't say that to even to people you care about, let alone strangers. You know, how are you supposed to say happy moment, have a great Memorial Day? Even that sounds even worse. I mean,
you just say have a Memorial Day?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I have no answer. So anyway, so for the record, but again, I don't. The point is, I don't care. If you say to me, if someone says, "Hey, have a great time Memorial Day" or "Happy Memorial Day," I'd say, Semper Fi or whatever. This you can't complain about it. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and right now it's gorgeous, a beautiful sunny day. Although I did get a tiny sprinkle of rain on the way in.
I did too, just a tad bit
for
before I left.
Like 100 yards or so. It was really weird. Really, barely put anything on. Anyway, here's our number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230, if you'd like to join us. And we understand Neil Boortz is available. We thought he was under the weather, but I think he'll be joining us at 4 o'clock.
4.
Outstanding. Well, that's good. And we appreciate that because we always look at people who are clamoring. You got to clamor. I keep telling them on Friday should be 3 to 6. Anyway, they're not buying that. At least not yet. I mean, it could happen. Let's see. Billions of things. A lot of like personal stuff and weird stuff, and a lot of political stuff. Tulsi Gabbard stuff. The Kyle Busch business. Man, was that kind of a shock. And we still don't really know what happened. We may not know until there's an autopsy, or unless more information's coming out. But Pete will talk about that more. And in fact, we have the 911 call that came in while he was suffering the problem. There are 2 different calls that are going to be in the news about Kyle Busch. One was when he was talking to his crew during a race a while ago, saying, "I need to see the doctor as soon as I get in." That's one. That we do not have that. What we have is the actual 911 call from, I guess it was yesterday, when he was on the floor in the bathroom and bleeding or something.
Wednesday.
And they call it Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Anyway, so you'll hear that. We got all that stuff. So we got that and Tulsi Gabbard and everything. Also, the daylight saving time bill is progressing. We got a little
good.
Weird, a little weird stuff like that. The Late Show, like anybody, I totally forgot. I just, I really feel bad that I don't give less. I could not care less than what happens to Stephen Colbert. But Donald Trump's reacting, so we got all that stuff. More scandals on the Southern Poverty Law Center, political polls. I mean, it's just there's a lot of weird crap going on here. And a couple of things, if you don't mind. First of all, I got a delightful call about a half an hour ago from my grandson Brady. My grandson Brady is a special kid, man. He's a jock. He's well liked by his friends in school and everybody in the neighborhood. He's smart as a whip, advanced classes. I mean, he's just really a great kid, and he's a great athlete. And today he shot 78 from the tips at his country club in near Denver, Colorado. And I'm thinking, and I made him tell me every hole. I said, and he started out with 3 pars, and then he made a birdie, and then he went bogey, bogey, bogey. So I'm going, oh my God! And the fun part was because I know exactly but the first time I remember the first time you're trying to break 80 or break whatever your goal was, break 90 the first time, whatever, and you think you get to like to the 14th hole, and you go, oh crap! I made a double bogey. Crap! Now I can't. The first time things like that are momentous, and I made sure I said, make sure you save that scorecard and the ball. And I mean, it's just what a treat. I'm so happy for him. And he called me. What's that?
What's his favorite sport to play?
Well, he's a star baseball player, a pitcher and second baseman and shortstop. But he's not. He hasn't hit his growth spurt yet. So he's kind of. He's not small, but he's not able really to keep up with the guys in. So he's kind of concentrating on golf. He's a really good golfer. And hell, he just has 15. He just broke 80 from the tips.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, pretty impressive. So he may now again. I've tried to tell everybody, don't concentrate on one sport. Do them all. I really think you're a better athlete and a more well-rounded, athletic, appreciative person if you don't single out one thing to concentrate on. But again, I don't know anything these days, and they're all doing year-round clinics. I've never heard of such a thing growing up. And the athletes we all knew were guys who did 3. Hell, Jimmy Brown used to play lacrosse and football. And he would go from a lacrosse game, and they would helicopter him, from like Cornell campus to Syracuse to play football or whatever. I mean, it was unbelievable, guys like that. Anyway, so hey, congratulations, Brady. I'm really, really, really happy for you. Really, really thrilled for you. A couple things here. Let's see. Oh, geez, we got so many things. Oh, by the way, we may talk later. We got more UFO stuff. And we also, I think we may bring this up later. I heard the guys before me, Rick and Harry, who were talking about this guy, David Urey or somebody, Urey or what's it? He's a famous radio guy, a UFO guy. And they were interviewing him for quite a while here. And I think it's David Urey, and he's a national host. And he specializes in UFO stuff. And he told the story. He told two quick stories that were kind of weird. That Jackie Gleason said he got a phone call once from Richard Nixon. And Nixon said, get in the car, I'm going to take you somewhere. And they went to the Air Force Base. And Richard Nixon showed Jackie Gleason a space creature in a bottle.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other thing was, he said there was a story, apparently a true story, of a guy showed up all of a sudden in the middle of the road in New York City and got hit by a cab and died. And he was wearing authentic clothes from the 1800s. A time traveler. And this guy said there's been evidence of, all this secret stuff. Do we know that there's been evidence of time travelers? And then it brings, whole new dimensions. I'm going, oh, man. So anyway, and again, and the question was, if you could do time traveling, if you could actually get in a time travel machine, where would you go? And if you could only do what? If you could go, 50, well, that's easy. But if you could only go to one place for time travel to experience without being eaten by monsters. I mean, if you could go as an observer, be part of it or whatever, without, jeopardizing your life immediately, where would you go? How far back would you go? Pete, have you ever thought about this?
Well, I don't think you would be allowed to go back and see Jesus, because it's supposed to be faith, not knowledge. So
well, but that's what everybody said. I mean, I go time of Jesus. I want to hit the loaves of bread, and they walk into the water and say baptism, and the cross, all of it.
Or see the extinction of dinosaurs.
Well, or dinosaurs. Yeah, I want to see the dinosaurs. And what happened to them? Was it really a comet, and then the bad air, and they all died from vegetation died? And I mean, those are the two obvious famous ones, I guess. Probably.
Or do you go back?
Go back to Civil War, Revolutionary War.
Is it just to observe? Well, be a part, because if you be a part, you could go back in your own life and change the trajectory of what you want.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what the greatest Twilight Zone type things.
Yeah.
Stories like that. You can't change history. Or maybe, or whatever. Who knows? Maybe somebody did that and changed history. I mean, again, I don't know. It's just kind of funny stuff. All right, anyway, we're just goofing around. Also, let's see. I can't believe this. I'm watching TV. When I work at home, I always have Fox on. So I have my little, thing in front of the TV. And while I'm listening to the radio station, and I have Fox on, and I'm looking up, and the guy's talking about traveling by car. Tremendous miles driven by people in their cars this weekend, despite the price of gasoline. And the guy on Fox was driving along. They have a cameraman on his right. And so the guy at Fox is driving video. I posted this to you guys. Posted it on Facebook and YouTube. The guy's driving along, and all of a sudden he's gesticulating with both hands. He's not driving the car. And it's not an electric car. It's not one of those cars. I guess he's driving with his knees. But he literally has both hands off the wheel while he's talking. And I posted the video. I can't believe there hasn't been some kind of reaction or some kidding or something. Maybe there hasn't. I haven't heard. Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny. This guy no-handed showing the driving. Yeah, safe driving tips for a Memorial Day weekend. Anyway, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 314. Look out. We got Friday-type stuff, and it's coming up. Neil Boortz at 4 o'clock, too. So look out. Here we go. Look out.
The Kimmer Show is live until 6 p.m. and Extra 106.3 has the rest of your night covered with Jesse Kelly up next. Fox Across America with Jimmy Fela at 9 p.m. and The Guy Benson Show at midnight. All live on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Exmark. Warm temps are here, and that means go time for homeowners and pros alike. This mowing season, stay ahead of the lawn work with an Exmark mower on your side. Exmark mowers are built for comfort, speed, and performance, so you can depend on them this season and the next. Find your Exmark mower at Howard Brothers. They're the place to go for top service and trusted brands for your outside projects. Howard Brothers, serving you since 1955.
Hey, Braves fans, it's Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I head straight to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Their friendly team and industry-leading technology give my car the ultimate shine every time. Experience an elite clean you can count on at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and my go-to car wash destination.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Hey, this is Lowe's with Terry from Alpharetta, who just purchased a new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent, honest way to buy your next vehicle. Terry, tell us about your experience.
I have a son serving in the military. He's active duty with limited time to look for a car. My son was looking for a used Hyundai Veloster, and I had heard about the Honest Car Guy on the radio, decided that that might be a route to go, and we made a phone call over the weekend. He screen shared the information with us. We looked over the vehicle, and he took the reins from there, and they were able to walk us through the process of buying the car. We're very clear and transparent, and next thing we knew, we had a car in the driveway.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I recently read an article that said 65% of those surveyed, they're more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are of death itself. So let's talk about some of the ways you can help our listeners replace that paycheck they've relied on for all these years in their working lives.
Well, it makes sense that they'd be scared of that, because what do you do if you run out of money in retirement? You're going to go back to work? Who's hiring folks that are retired, and physically and mentally, you're going to be able to do that? And isn't the whole point of having a financial advisor so that you never have to worry about that again? So one of the ways that we do that is we build a fully comprehensive income plan so that we know there's money coming in every month that'll cover your bills, give you the quality of life that you're looking for, no matter what the market's doing, no matter how long you live. In some cases, regardless of what happens to you health-wise. So we can put plans in place to eliminate or at least mitigate all of those kind of risks every single person deals with in retirement.
I know a lot of our parents relied on pensions, but let's be honest, Evan, the pension is becoming a thing of the past. But there are ways for folks to create their own personal pensions, aren't there?
Yeah, so I'm a big proponent of do-it-yourself pension. But when we do the pension ourselves, the one negative with a pension is all the value in the pension goes away once you turn on the actual income. With the plans that we build, with the do-it-yourself pensions, you maintain that asset, or more specifically, your surviving spouse, your kids. And so you live forever. You get a ton of paychecks, and whatever's left over goes to the wife and kids, surviving spouse, beneficiaries, whoever that might be.
Call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary review of your savings and investments today. Call 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Your yard, it stresses you out between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, it's pet friendly, and it looks amazing all year round. Those in the know use ATL Turf Go. ATL Turf Go is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a backyard of your dreams with a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. They handle everything from design and grading to construction and drainage solutions. So whether it's residential lawns or recreational sports fields, ATL Turf Co. can build you a stress-free space you'll love. So say goodbye to mowing, maintenance, and your wasted weekends. Learn more and schedule your free in-home consultation today. Call ATL Turf Co. 678-403-2339. That's 678-403-2339. Or visit atlturfco.com.
Here we go. What a shame about this rock and roll early star.
I'm gonna raise a fuss, I'm gonna raise a holler.
His name was Eddie Cochran. Big hit guy.
Working all summer just to try to earn a dollar.
As a young fellow. And it was a shame, but on this day in 2023.
No die, son, you gotta work late.
Da-da-da. The Summertime Blues. A blue plaque was unveiled at Bristol Hippodrome to mark the spot where Eddie Cochran performed his last ever gig. The American rock and roll star was 21 when he performed there on the final night of his residency. He was traveling back to Heathrow Airport to catch a flight back home to America when he was killed in a car crash. Eddie died from the injuries just outside Chippenham in April of 1960, 21. With the Summertime Blues, Eddie Cochran. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, Let It Rip Friday, anything goes. Memorial Day weekend. I get it. Now, when I was coming into work, the streets were not that bad, but I don't go on interstate stuff anymore unless I have to. So I'll bet you the traffic is still probably hectic. But I noticed a lot of stuff last night, people leaving Thursday night. So maybe not be so bad if you are. Anyway, if you have an update of what's going on or what your plans are, what you're doing, is we're having a little fun. There's Let It Rip Friday, and it's weekend, and saluting our war dead, and God bless them. And don't be afraid of someone if you want to have a good time with the family at a barbecue or something. It's not offensive. Just make sure you make your kids understand what the hell the ceremony and the holiday is all about. Let's see, where was I? Birthday. Let's see. How about the angry Naomi Campbell? Called her the angry supermodel. Naomi Campbell, 56. She did community service for hitting her housekeeper over the head with her jewel-encrusted cell phone at one time. Anyway, Naomi, 56 years old. And on this day in history, 1980, the legendary arcade game Pac-Man was released by Namco, made its debut in Japan in 1980. On this day, he made his way over to America in October of 1980. You may remember the game was hugely popular with tons of tie-in merchandise. Hanna-Barbera created a TV cartoon show called Pac-Man. Pac-Man even had a top 10 hit. At the time of his arrival, arcades were full of shooting games, which only really appealed to men. So this company said, we ought to do something where the girls want to play the thing too, kind of just a fun game. So they invented Pac-Man for both genders. One of the highest grossing video games of all time. It generated more than $2.5 billion in quarters by the 1990s. Today, more than 30 official spin-offs of Pac-Man have been produced. Pac-Man has the highest brand awareness of all video game characters among Americans, recognized by 94% of Americans. He's the sort of golden arches of games. I never played. I don't think I ever played Pac-Man, but I used to like the original one with Pong, where you go, bong, ding, dong on the angles. I still
Wasn't that one of the first video games?
I think that may have been the first one, but I remember I used to be able to get it on your phone. I remember playing it on, I didn't have a phone back then, but play it on your, was it a controller that you'd get for your TV? Yeah, I think that's
you hook it up to your TV, and your dad had to get behind the set, and he didn't like to do that.
When I was a kid, it was when you had Atari, and then when Nintendo came out, and then you had the Game Boy. It was Tetris that came with it.
That was way out of my time zone there too. But I used to love that stupid Pong. What an idiot! Ding dong, just bouncing back and forth like a goof. But that was my other favorite thing is stupid ice hockey. What do you call it? Rubber? Hockey on the table there. What do you call it? Table hockey? What the hell is that? Where you go try to
air hockey.
Air hockey. Yeah, air hockey.
That's the best.
Love air hockey.
The best.
God, I haven't even seen an air hockey machine in decades.
Oh, they got one up at the casino in Murphy. They have one.
Oh, I'll bet. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, you could even play that by yourself. Just to have fun clanging the thing with the thing.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one.
Yeah. Kind of cool. All right, 324. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Tulsi Gabbard is resigning from the Trump cabinet. And it says here because her husband is facing major challenges in the coming weeks and months because he has a rare form of bone cancer. She said Abraham's his name. He's been my rock through our 11 years of marriage, standing steadfast behind my deployment to East Africa on a joint special mission, multiple political campaigns, and now my service in this role. His strength and love sustain me through every challenge. I cannot in good conscience let him face this fight alone while I continue in this demanding and time-consuming position. Donald Trump, of course, is praising her as he should. She's done an awful lot of things to get rid of the wokeness, and classified records opened up, and reshaping the intelligence community for the DEI crap and all that kind of thing. So give her credit for that. And that bone cancer thing is brutal. When I was retired, one of my friends at the country club, another golfing buddy, invited me to be in his last round of golf because he had bone cancer, and he knew that he had one round of golf left in him, and then he wouldn't be able to play because it kind of once it goes anyway. So good luck to you, sir. God bless you, and maybe they got all kinds of new stuff and medicine things, and who knows? Maybe AI is going to take one of these days. Maybe we'll find out. 3:26. Neil Boortz joining us at 4 o'clock. Hey, Flounder, let's do this call. Pete Davis.
And I have both cuts. I also have him.
Oh, the original in the race?
Yes.
Okay. Pete Davis on the Kyle Busch story. Lead the way here. Talk about surprised. I mean, holy smokes. Do you know any more about it now than we have this latest story here? What's exactly what happened to him?
Yeah, I mean, he was Wednesday. He was having trouble after he did that little simulator. Not little. I mean, it's probably pretty intense. And he was laying on the bathroom floor. He said hard to breathe. He thought he was going to pass out. He was spitting up a little blood. And it sounds like a lung thing because this was on top of the sinus thing he had before, a week or two while he was racing. And he said, I need a shot when I get off. Stop.
Here, I think that's fun to talk about. Back in May 10th, he was in the middle of his final NASCAR race, and he actually radioed for assistance in the car. Flounder, let's play that first cut back from his first call for help when he was driving.
Somebody trying to find Bill Heisel, the Hendrick doctor guy. Tell him I need him after the race, please. Hey, do you want Mr. Bill at your car or at your bus after the race? Bus. I'm going to need a shot. Copy. He'll be at your bus.
Going to need a shot. So something was going on, and that was May 10th. And then he was doing, now that simulator, like Pete mentioned, that's a big-time Charlie thing. It replicates the motion and G-forces that drivers experience on the track. So it can bang around pretty good, and it's an actual lifetime-type experience. And then something obviously happened, and here's the 911 call after that example of what happened this past Wednesday this week.
And tell me exactly what's happened.
I've got an individual that's shortness of breath, very hot, thinks he's going to pass out, and is producing a little bit of blood, coughing up some blood.
Is he awake?
He is awake. He's awake. He's on the bathroom floor right now.
Okay.
So when you come in, if you could not make it, can you turn the sirens off?
Yes.
So when you come into the main entrance of the building, the closest way to get to him is if you go to the left. The parking lot splits to the right or the left. Just tell them to go to the left. I'll be out here waiting on them. I'll flag them down. There's a side door further down the side of the building, and I'll be there waiting on them.
Wow. And he died. He died.
Pulmonary embolism, or
who knows? I mean, who knows? But obviously, well, I can't say obviously. I don't know. But he was suffering from something, and whether the two things are related, who knows? I mean, but again, what a mystery. At 41 years old. And by the way, for the record, everybody's praising the hell out of him. As he's won apparently three different levels of NASCAR races than anybody, 250 or 70 or whatever, and he. Truck Series and all the rest of them. But he was also, for the record, they called him Rowdy and Wild Thing. He was a fighter. He was always getting into spats and stuff. And so I even saw one guy interviewed who said, well, we were not friends, but I sure, we respected each other, and he was a hell of a racer and all that. So again, he was a tough guy, but that's a tough way to make a living too. So I don't, that's just the way he was. But again, Kyle Busch, and his brother's Kurt Busch, the NASCAR Hall of Famer. He has a wife, Samantha, and 2 kids. 41 years old. Passed away from God knows what. 3:30. Come repeat and Flounder. 404-741-1230. Oh, we got more UFO stuff. And all the UFO stuff is coming out. Also, setting your clocks twice a year might change. Colbert, Feds got away. The ICE charges people as lunatics. Democrats got away with it. More coming up. Give people on to 3:30. Happy Friday.
Support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com.
When you're ready for a new truck, SUV, or car, there's one place Atlanta drivers keep coming back to: Jim Ellis Chevrolet.
That's because Jim Ellis Chevrolet makes buying a Chevy quick, easy, and hassle-free.
No pressure, no games, just a smooth, transparent experience from start to finish.
And the Chevy lineup is stacked, from the legendary Silverado to the versatile Equinox to the bold new Blazer and the fuel-saving Chevy EVs.
Plus, they've got a huge selection in stock right now, which means more choices, better availability, and competitive pricing you can feel good about.
Here's the best part. You don't even have to start at the dealership. You can shop online, value your trade, schedule a test drive, even complete your paperwork from home. It's called the Jim Ellis Expressway, and it lets you buy the way you want, in-store, online, or a mix of both.
And when you do step inside, you're treated like a guest, not a transaction. That's the Jim Ellis difference. Shop online at JimEllisChevrolet.com or visit Jim Ellis Chevy on Peachtree Boulevard just inside the perimeter.
Jim Ellis Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Hey, what's up? It's Drake Baldwin here to talk about my personal Rookie of the Year, Superior Plumbing. They say you can't be Rookie of the Year more than once, but Superior has been proving themselves for over 40 years as the GOAT of plumbing. Whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or water heater, I call Superior Plumbing, and you should too. They handle each job with care and honesty. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422 Plum.
Retirement should feel exciting, not stressful. But if you're close to retirement or already there, have you ever stopped to ask, do I really understand the risks to my plan? Hi, I'm David Nicholas, president of Nicholas Wealth Management. Things like market swings, higher taxes, inflation, healthcare costs, even living longer than expected can slowly chip away at your savings if you're not prepared. And even solid plans can have blind spots. That's why we offer a retirement risk analysis. It looks at how your investments, income, and taxes could hold up in real-life situations, not just on paper. It helps answer the big questions. What happens if the market drops? And will your money last as long as you do? If you're within 10 years of retirement or already retired, give us a call, 678-990-8500, or visit nicholaswealth.com to schedule a complimentary retirement risk analysis. Nicholas Wealth Management, helping you retire with clarity, confidence, and control.
Nicholas Wealth Management is an independent financial services firm. This is for informational purposes only and is not specific investment advice.
Stovall & Company Wholesale Landscape Supply has been family owned and operated for more than 75 years, and we treat you like family too.
Check us out at StovallInc.com or stop by our new store in Canton, Georgia and see what we have to offer.
At Stovall, we supply all your landscape project needs.
Completely hassle-free all the way down to the delivery.
Have you been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs.
We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
Well, summer's coming, and your old windows still have your AC working overtime before long. Hey, it's a Kimmer. How you doing? If we're talking windows, I'm talking about my friend Jeff at Peach State Windows. You know, you spend more cooling your home than heating it. And Peach State's heat-reflective glass keeps the brutal sun out and your bills down. Right now, how about this? 8 premium double-hung Energy Star windows installed for just $39.95. How about 0% financing for 12 months? 770-485-8011. PeachStateWindows.com.
Looking for heavy equipment but don't know where to buy? Purple Wave Auction has you covered. Always online and always no reserve. It's your destination for construction or ag equipment ready to work. We even sell semis, trailers, and fleet equipment for your operation. Best part? It's free to join. Head to purplewave.com. That's purplewave.com. Sign up for a free account and start bidding today. Purple Wave Auction, the easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment.
Fleetwood Mac, baby. Sing Me Home, Christine. Yeah, that's a big day for Christine. 2014, Christine McVie was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Novella Songwriting Competition. Christine McVie played with Fleetwood Mac for 28 years. And wrote some of their most famous songs, including Don't Stop and Little Lies. Other winners at the ceremony in London, London Grammar, the Chemical Brothers, and Nile Rodgers. Don't Stop and Little Lies, among others. Of course, they're not my favorites, but I have my own, so there you go. Anyway, Kimmer Pete Flounder, how you doing? Let It Rip Friday, Memorial Day weekend. Be careful driving, please, because every weekend driving thing, people get stupid. And it's, just be careful. Our birthdays include, let me just one over here, Allison Eastwood. Clint Eastwood's daughter, Allison Eastwood's 54. She had minor acting roles in Bronco Billy, Any Which Way You Can, Tightrope, and Absolute Power. She grew up then and posed for Playboy when she was 31 years old in 2003. But I remember also from the movie Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. So you had some of those. Clint Eastwood's daughter was in a lot of his movies there, which is fine. And on this day in 1849, 12 years before Abraham Lincoln earned the impressive title of President of the United States, he took on a different title, Inventor. 1849, this was the day Lincoln received patent number 6469 for a device that would be, quote, used for buoying vessels over shoals. The device would help lift boats over obstructions. That's how Lincoln's idea came about, working on a flat boat that transported merchandise down the Sangamon River to New Orleans. Two different boats got stuck, and it took an awful lot of work for them to get unstuck. So Abe Lincoln's invention was inspired by the incidents. The invention was a system of inflatable bellows that would inflate with air when a boat would run aground. Unfortunately, the thing was never used. It was never actually put into practice, but he was the first president, or would-be president, to get himself a patent. Anyway, Kimmer Pete Flounder, how you doing? 337. 337? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Yes, sir.
Got shout out to your good friend Belinda that you've met a couple times. It's her birthday.
Really? Your friend up in the mountains of Macon?
Yep.
I'll be darned. I will say, she's a very impressive young woman, and she did a wonderful job of filling out that Kimmer Babe T-shirt.
Yes, she did.
And she was very proud of it, and rightfully so, I might add. Well, happy birthday to Belinda. That's outstanding. Are you still doing like trivia things with your whole gang up there, or are you?
Yeah, we didn't win Thursday night. We did not place winner show or what any of
my.
came in.
I don't think that's ever happened, has it?
Yeah, we lose every now and then. Yeah.
Wow, well, tough crowd.
We got to let the plebeians, the common rabble, get something every once.
Well, otherwise it cuts down on the bar bills. You got to get the people in there to keep coming back. So I can understand that.
We've won like $300 plus worth of food and drink. we haven't even spent yet.
Well, there you go. It sounds like a great deal to me. The Pentagon, more files of unexplained things in space, including some conversations by Apollo astronauts. The latest batch, the two batches released today, include some conversations from the 1969 Apollo 12 post mission, where they were getting debriefed, and they described seeing streaks of light trying to sleep in deep space. Well, one astronaut said, I saw streaks on the horizontal. One guy said the horizontal streaks were always a little bit above center. Pete Conrad, Richard Gordon, Alan Bean were the astronauts, November 1969. They described watching flashes laying awake in the spacecraft, appeared to be roughly in the same place, while one astronaut said the streaks were 30 degrees to horizontal. Here's what got even more bizarre. They were asked whether the flashes were random or directional, and whether they could see them in both eyes or just one. One astronaut said he could usually tell which eye registered the flashes after waiting long enough to observe it. The phenomenon was discussed in the debrief as possibly tied to cosmic rays or heavy particles passing through the eye. Other files include Cold War-era records of green fireballs near military and nuclear installations in the Cold War era, imagery of an unidentified object, senior U.S. intelligence officials describing orange orbs during a helicopter mission, files hidden under classifications for a long time fueled justification speculation. Time for the American people to see it, according to War Secretary Pete Hegseth. And then earlier, as part of the release today, they had a minute-long video of, and I saw the video, and again, I don't know what to make of it. It's just, stuff like that, at these bright light things. So what are we supposed to do with that? A bright spherical orb racing across the sky at lightning speed. A UAP, they call them a UFO now, in the clouds, captured by a military infrared sensor above the Yellow Sea between mainland China and Korea. The files include so sensitive files. They worked tirelessly at the Pentagon to keep them sealed until lawmakers demanded that they open them up. The office previously claimed that they had found no verifiable evidence that the government or private industry has ever had access to extraterrestrial technology. Well, I don't know about that. And again, the guys before us interviewed this guy, David Corey or whatever his name is. Somebody, I don't know his first name, I can't remember. But he's a well-known kind of talk show podcast guy who does all this kind of extraterrestrial type stuff. And he's told the story of how Jackie Gleason got called from Richard Nixon, said, come on with me. And they went to an Air Force base, and in the basement someplace, they saw a UFO guy in a bottle. That they've actually had a thing from outer space in a bottle. And Jackie Gleason said he never recovered. He said invest him up the rest of his life. I can imagine.
Here we go.
Yeah, a little glass of champagne, was it, or what do you have? Whiskey or champagne or something in that little.
I think he liked champagne.
Yeah, I think it was champagne.
Cigar. Yeah.
We never missed that show.
We love Jackie Gleason
from the Miami. What the hell was the name of that hotel? The Blue. What the
Fontainebleau.
Fontainebleau. Yeah, Miami Beach or something.
Fontainebleau. Yeah. And they asked him, Morley Safer interviewed him once on 60 Minutes. He said, how did you get away with that? And he says, when you're like number one in the ratings, you get
whatever
anything
you want.
you ask for. And he went down, he said, I went down there and played a little golf, and I said, I'm not going back to New York. I'm going to just do the show from here.
Yeah, why would I go up there? It was very it was just, we just did the show. It was almost it wasn't really ad-libbed, but it was just like almost a talent show thing sometime. It was just a very bizarre program.
There was a TV movie about 20 years ago, and it was the co-star of Ray Romano's show. Everybody Loves Raymond, the tall guy.
Yeah.
His brother.
Yeah.
He played Jackie Gleason.
Right.
Did a good job.
Yeah, I remember that movie came out. In fact, when he had a birthday not long ago, one of his credits was doing the Jackie Gleason show, Away We Go, or whatever. I think that's what they called it, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. What the hell was his name? Brad Garrett. Oh, my God, look at me.
Yeah.
Holy.
Wow.
It's Flounder, our 343 on May 12th.
Good night, everybody.
I see ya. I got to go.
That is the show.
In the week on
I celebrate these little snippets, believe me. When you get...
Good night, everybody.
Sing me home, Christine. I got it. Go, you're killing me. Anyway, Kimmer P. Flounder, 404-741-1230. Time to stop my nonsense. I forgot what the bell was. Got to bell the cat, got to bell the Kimmer. Anyway, so UFO stuff. And again, obviously they're there. No question they're there. And in fact, they also have the conversation, which I think people should not be afraid to have. And they even had it with this guy, Corey, whatever his name was, on whether or not the existence of extraterrestrial something or others from a different part of the universe should be a problem for religious people who believe in a creator, who believe in God. And I have never, I've tried to, well, who knows? Nobody knows until you know, and then you may never know until you're dead. But anyway, but I've always believed that I've never seen anything in the Bible, and Pete Davis, you're an ordained minister, as I. I've never seen anything in the Bible that says, God never said that, by the way, the only things that he ever created ever, there's no thing that says, I don't know. What?
Ezekiel supposedly saw the wheel in the sky. A lot of people think that was a UFO he saw.
Yeah.
The guy who saw the stairway to heaven, they think maybe that was supposedly one of the guys was taken out and ferried around the earth. You can see the earth and the heavens and everything. They think maybe he was captured by a UFO. I mean, there are giants, witches, and ghosts in the Bible. So
yeah, they did not have any of the Noah's Ark stone monsters. However, and like in the movie, I don't recall any stone monsters.
No. no rocks came to life and protected Noah.
80-foot rock monsters in Noah's Ark.
Can you imagine that?
What the hell did they come up with that? I mean, what producer said, "Hey, I got an idea. Let's have stone monsters." I mean, sir.
And in this scene, we're going to have the rock monsters.
Yeah, where are we going to get the rock
Noah.
monsters?
Real quick before we go to break, we got Jesse.
Hey, Jesse, you're on the radio, man. How's it going?
Hey, Kimmer. Hey, how are you guys doing?
Okie dokie. What's up, man? How you been?
I've been pretty good. Every day is a good day that I got to listen to you guys. I wanted to just to shed some light, pun intended, I guess, on the astronauts.
Yeah.
They were having these flashes of light that they would all describe, and they did determine that it was cosmic rays passing through and interacting with the fluid in their eye and their retina.
Yeah.
So they actually sent them up on, I believe it was Apollo 14, 16, and 17 with a black box with an emulsion plate on the back of it, kind of like like
an eyeball from the back. Yeah.
Like an emulsion plate, like a camera back then would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they would put this black square helmet on that would be, it wouldn't let any light in. And every time an astronaut saw a flash, they would say, "Mark." And so the astronaut would say, "Mark, Mark, Mark." And after that, they checked the plates to actually see how many dots were on the plate, and it perfectly aligned with every time they said "Mark," which pretty much proved that it was cosmic radiation and tiny particles, subatomic particles, going through the fluid and the liquid in their eye and interacting with it, causing flashes.
Wow!
So,
oh man, what a mystery!
Bit of information. I love space stuff. So
yeah, well, what a great just unknown. I hope we all find out one day. Jesse, great to talk to you, my friend. Have a super weekend. Semper 5, good buddy. 358, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 350s, 350, so 347.
346.
347. It's
Got it there?
So close. I said with a 4. Let's see the 7.
So far away.
Carry the 2.
The Morning Extra, Neil Boortz, and The Kimmer Show are all online for you anytime at thepodcastpark.com. Plus all of Extra's exclusive podcasts like Ben Burnett, Janelle King, and so much more. All at thepodcastpark.com. Presented by Associated Credit Union.
Join Daniel Matalon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. Tune in Saturdays at 10 a.m. or listen to the podcast anywhere. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
So you got into an argument. Things got heated. Then a fight broke out, and it landed you in jail. Now what? You need A Second Chance Bail Bonds. They can get you or your loved one out of jail quickly, in most cases, in a few hours. So make the right call. A Second Chance Bail Bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House. The legacy of Joe Biden lives. His open border policy let millions of illegal criminals stream into our country. We continue to have customers visit the showroom and report that they have been victims of break-ins and lost their hard-earned and irreplaceable items. So don't be a victim. Drive by the Safe House showroom and see what real security looks like. Picture yourself placing your valuables in a Fort Knox safe. Now that's real protection for your priceless valuables. Drop by the showroom or go to atlantasafehouse.com.
Hey, it's Tug. Chuck and the team at Central Heating and Air Conditioning are bringing back something I love. Their 6th annual Christmas in July, benefiting Skyland Trail right here in Atlanta. Skyland Trail does incredible work helping people facing mental health challenges get real, lasting support. And Central is proud to give back to a community that they've been serving since 1947. Now, here's the part I like. It's easy to help, and it actually helps you, too. When you sign up for a Central maintenance agreement, they'll donate $10 directly to Skyland Trail. And on your side, you'll get priority service, seasonal tune-ups to help prevent breakdowns, and better efficiency, especially now that the Georgia heat's kicked in. It's one of those rare wins where you're taking care of your home and helping someone else at the same time. Central services all makes and models. With them, you're never a number, you're family. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com to sign up today. Carrier products, carrier warranty, carrier peace of mind. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
You and your buddy. You've been through a lot with each other. The ups and the downs. He's been with you every morning, noon, and night. You've traveled the world together. Heck, he was even with you on your first big date. But have you noticed he's struggling lately? Not performing on the job. He can't even stand up straight anymore. He's wanting to cry out for help, but just doesn't know how. He needs Dr. Deal and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They can give him the gift of good posture this year, help him stand proud and become all he was meant to be. Now, take him by the hand, look him in the eye and say, I appreciate you, little fella, and we're going to get you some help. We're going to call 404-777-1911. We're going to visit tbtofga.com. We are going to say goodbye to erectile dysfunction forever. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. It's a hard conversation to have, but it's one worth having. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Online at tbtofga.com.
Hey, Atlanta, the Summer Starts Here sales event is now going on through June 1st, Marietta Toyota. If you want a smart new Toyota with a payment that makes sense, start with the 2026 Toyota Corolla. And a vehicle that people choose for reliability, efficiency, and long-term value. Perfect for daily driving and commuting. At Marietta Toyota, every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty, unlimited time, and unlimited mileage for as long as you own it. And we're voted Best of Cobb for 2026, Best New Car Dealership, and Best Service Center. Well-qualified buyers, 4.99% APR for 72 months is available on the new 2026 Corolla. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota, since 1975. We've been here and will be here for you.
4.99% APR for 72 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers will qualify. Offer ends 6/1/26. See dealer for details. All purchases exclude tax, tag, title, and include dealer fee of $699.
How's it going? Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, Friday. Little U2 here. Everything all right? What happened? Oh, let's go live. Donald Trump. Here we go. Talking about key mid-house districts in New York.
Hard. In one day, you solve that problem all over the country. You just come down so hard that they never forget it and they'll never do it again. They'll never do it again. It's horrible. What's happening is horrible. And it's all in the blue cities. You know, it's all blue. The 25 worst cities are blue. Blue means Democrat. That's a new name I came up with. You've never heard. I was thinking about this character we have in the House. His name is Hakeem Jeffries.
The Scream Queen. Freaking traitor.
And he's a low IQ person, very low IQ.
Slime bag.
And I watched what he was saying and what the horrible things he was saying, and I said, he's a dumb guy. I said, wait a minute, he's a Democrat. That's how I got the name. You take the E out. You don't use the B. A lot of people don't know dumb has a B in it, actually. You don't need it. You discard the B. But you take the E out and you replace it with a U. They're dumb. They are Democrats. You know why? Because their policies are dumb. Their policies are very dumb. All of that policies. Did you see they did an autopsy on why they lost the election? And they said, you lost the election because of Trump, primarily. But other than Trump, You lost the election because you had crappy candidates and you had bad policy, and they didn't know how to speak properly, and they weren't smart people, and various other reasons. They spent $10 million for the autopsy. It was called an autopsy, and they had typos. Jackson, they had typos in every other sentence. They had misspelled words. They had commas in the wrong location. They gave them $10 million for the autopsy. I could have given them the autopsy without any charge at all. I said, you had one candidate named Sleepy Joe Biden. What's a better name? Sleepy Joe Biden or Crooked Joe Biden? Ready? Who likes Sleepy Joe Biden? Who likes Crooked Joe Biden?
Playing with the crowd, I love it.
They're both pretty good. Who likes Crooked Hillary? Oh, she's good. Anyway. But you know, we have another problem because we have the great law enforcement. I met a lot of your law enforcement back there. They're incredible. But law enforcement, I love them. I got 99% of law enforcement vote. Can you believe it? And we're trying to figure out who were the 1%. We want to figure out who the hell were the 1%. Who would vote for Kamala? Who would vote for Sleepy Joe? But even the police are leaving. They're going to Florida, Tennessee, Texas. They're going all over the place where they put them, really, where they give them respect. The respect, they have our respect. They have everybody in this room's respect. But it's this radical turnaround, and we better do it fast because we're not going to have a New York left, and we got to have New York left.
He's speaking in New York for a candidate.
Guys like Mike Lawler, guys like Bruce Blakeman, you put them in, they'll turn it around.
There you go.
Bruce will go down to Florida, and he'll talk to all those companies that are leaving. You'll get them to come back. He's going to get them back. It's not easy. It's a lot easier to stop them from leaving, don't you think, Bruce? So, but it's a campaign that I promised that I would cut taxes. I had a big, beautiful campaign. We won in a landslide. We won every swing state. We won by millions of votes. We won the Electoral College in a fortune. But we had another thing that we won, 86% of the counties in America. Think of it. That's why the map is all red except for 2 blue stripes. And those were rigged, by the way. They were rigged. They were rigged. We had rigged elections. But I cut your taxes and cut the taxes on workers, families, small business who are the soul of this state. And I made special promises that I would save you thousands of dollars a year by restoring, and we did that, your state and local tax deductions. And what did we save? Your salt deduction. We brought it back. Mr. Salt. Mr. Salt. Where's your hat, Mike? He's got a hat calling himself Mr. Salt. There it is. It's beautiful. I think I'll take one of them. But he did. He didn't stop. This guy was a pain in the ass.
Well, that's Donald Trump speaking live in New York and on behalf of one particular congressional candidate, I believe, and praising the whole crew. Anyway, so that's kind of nice. All right, 404-741-1230. Neil Boortz joining us at 4 o'clock, and we've got a whole bunch of great topics, but we'll be talking to him from Parts Unknown. The latest, Tulsi Gabbard has resigned because her husband's got bone cancer, and we'll talk more about the Kyle Busch story and everything else. And we'll also continue with Flounders Funnies, and like right now.
Your 40s is crazy. It's like nobody tells you how grumpy you're going to get. Like, nobody tells you you're just going to start hating people.
I can relate.
People will come up and be like a conversation. I'll be like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to. I don't want to do this.
Leave me alone.
I won't go to a party just because, I don't want to talk to these people. Like, I don't. You ever get caught to the person that just wants to talk and you're like, I hate this guy for sure. I'm grumpy. Like the other day, a motorcycle was making too much noise. I was like, I hope he crashes.
Josh Nelson right there.
Josh Nelson. I don't think I know him.
Short but sweet.
Oh, there you go. 404-741-1230. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And coming up, by the way, have you ever heard of the charge of bias intimidation as a crime?
Nope.
New Jersey dad, we're going to talk about this after we talk to Neil Boortz here at 4 o'clock. A New Jersey dad got in a verbal battle with a neighbor over problems of harassing the children. And the father was charged with bullying, but they called it bias intimidation because he said, the problem with you people. And the you people happen to be a black woman. Yeah. So, anyway, all that's...
I have a question.
Yeah.
On that space thing with the black box, and they'd yell Mark every time they saw the light.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be very upsetting for Mark? What?
Over Roger?
Mark.
Under
Roger?
Roger?
Over?
Mark. You like movies about gladiators? 4 o'clock. Neil
a Turkish
Boortz is coming up. Look out.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
The president hits the road on Lisa Brady, Fox News. Those chants in Suffern, New York, north of New York City, where President Trump is slamming policies in Democrat-led states, saying they're driving companies away.
They have jobs and they have money and they're leaving and nobody's stopping them from leaving.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer.
Everything's costing more these days, and Donald Trump has caused a lot of it and is doing nothing about the rest of it.
Pointing back to the president, who says he inherited high prices from the Biden administration and has made progress. As peace talks with Iran continue, Secretary of State Marco Rubio telling reporters,
there's been some progress. I wouldn't exaggerate it. I wouldn't diminish it.
He's been meeting with NATO counterparts in Sweden, focusing in part on reopening the Strait of Hormuz and saying a plan B is needed if Iran decides to keep the critical waterway closed, charging tolls.
Another big topic on the agenda today is President Trump's decision overnight to forward deploy 5,000 U.S. troops to Poland. This after pulling that same number back from Germany just a short time ago.
Fox's Jillian Turner in Helsingborg, Sweden. A fourth Trump cabinet member is leaving, this time for personal reasons. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard says her husband has been diagnosed with a rare form of bone cancer, and her last day will be June 30th. Just getting word, a man deported last year to his native El Salvador no longer faces human smuggling charges. A federal judge in Tennessee tossing out the criminal case against Kilmar Abrego Garcia, ruling the government would not have charged him without his successful lawsuit, challenging that deportation as a violation of a previous judge's order. Another record day for the Dow, up 294 points at the bell and finishing at 50,579. America is listening to Fox News.
For 250 years, Americans have believed in one powerful idea. We were meant to live free. Free to pursue our future and work hard. Free to move. Free to enjoy life without being held back. But if everyday aches and pains are slowing you down, it might be time to declare your independence from pain. I tried everything and anything to help me get rid of my pain, and nothing freed me. It just masked the pain, and the side effects diminished my quality of life. I'm sure you have been there if you have real bad pain. Relief Factor is a 100% drug-free, research-based formula that is designed to help your body fight inflammation, one of the root causes of pain. And it is not a quick fix or a temporary mask. It works from the inside out, at the source. Relief Factor. It was created for people to get back to living their life on their terms. Is that you? Walking, working, exercising, enjoying the moments that matter? This year, as we celebrate 250 years of American independence, take your stand for your own freedom. Declare your independence from pain. Try Relief Factor today. $19.95, 3-week quick start. Ready for you right now. Visit relieffactor.com, 800-4-RELIEF.
Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, look out! It's Kimmer, Pete, and Founder Neil Boortz. Neil Boortz on a happy Friday afternoon at Parts Unknown. Neil, welcome, sir. How's it going? How are you?
I am fine, and I smell cow poop everywhere.
You smell cow poop everywhere?
Cow poop
Well,
everywhere.
You're obviously driving through New Jersey, I'm guessing.
I'm not driving. I'm very stationary right now.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you're sitting in the middle of a farmer's field, I'm guessing. A balloon ride? Are you taking a balloon ride or
picking mushrooms?
The Fort Worth Stockyards.
Oh, no kidding. Now, why in the world are you at the Fort Worth Stockyards?
We had 104 Prevost buses here.
I heard you talking about that. Yeah, the morning show the other day. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah. We've been having a time. You know, they got some great restaurants around here. I much prefer Fort Worth to Dallas.
Well, I tell little people why.
Well,
I think I know, but I'm not sure because you're there.
Well, no, it's real damn people in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
You know, my brother, he came to visit us, and he lives in Dallas. He made it very clear he'd much rather live in Fort Worth.
Yeah. They say Dallas is a different kind of territory these days.
It totally is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm with you, Kimmer.
What do you got,
about how dumb and stupid Democrats are.
In fact, I don't know whether did you hear the Ted Cruz commentary against Lazy Hazy Hirono from Hawaii when she was listing all the thing? We played it the other day. Just made huge rounds on social media.
Isn't that Crazy Maisie?
Oh yeah, Crazy Maisie. And she said, "Well, this is your Save Act bill is the same thing as what's been going on, preventing black people from voting by making them guess how many jelly beans in a jar they had to prove all the reasons that black people can't vote, and you're still doing it." And Ted Cruz says, "Well, let's run this down. What party was it that had the poll tax? Oh, Democrat. What party? And he won one after another after another. And his point was this: the Democrats, they want to stack the court, they want to kill the Electoral College, they want all these things. The Democrats' entire reason for living is against the Constitution.
They can listen.
Everything.
You give them enough power. Give them, they may get the House.
If they get the Senate too, we're screwed.
You give them enough power, and they can easily destroy this 250-year-old republic in just one term of Congress. Have you heard of Francesca Hong?
Not sure. Doesn't ring a bell. Probably I should say no.
H-O-N-G. She's running for office in Wisconsin. Damned, I forget.
Oh, is that the one about? I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, go ahead.
She doesn't want to defund the police. She wants to abolish the police.
Yeah.
Abolish. She doesn't want any police forces.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
No.
Well, she's not as bad here in Texas. We've got Maureen Galindo.
Oh, yeah, oh, my God. And she, by the way, is doubling down on, I didn't mean we'll put all the Jews in jail. Oh, my God, lady.
She wants all ICE agents to be imprisoned.
Yeah.
She wants to shut down any ICE detention centers in Texas.
Yeah.
And she wants all agents to be put in jail.
Yeah.
And that's not all.
Yeah, the Zionists got a little thing.
All Zionists.
Yeah.
Now, what is a Zionist?
I don't even know. Nobody uses that phrase.
The definition is so simple.
Yeah.
A Zionist that believes in the right of Jews to have their own state.
To be alive, yeah.
And to live in it.
To live, have a place.
She wants them all put in jail with the ICE agents.
And another special treat.
Castrated.
There you go. This is a woman in Texas running for public office, ladies and gentlemen. And she wants to have a castration center. And she says, well, it'd be mostly for the Zionists because they're all child molesters. Oh, my God. And she's running for Congress?
Oh, and she wants all pedophiles to be castrated. Doesn't she know that Joe would be first in line?
Yeah, well, anyway.
Oh, my God, what's the matter with these people?
They're demented. I mean, truly, their one thing to do is this. No one in their right mind would have even said these words out loud 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I can't imagine. Can you imagine growing up in your house at a dinner table and even having conversations about anything philosophically about issues like this? I mean, seriously. Taking away the police departments? Gender stuff? I mean, they're nuts. They're crazy.
Castrating all Zionists?
Yeah, that's,
Do you think that she made a mistake between castrating and circumcising?
Just the tip, ma'am. Just the tip. Off with their heads.
Yeah, she might have had one. She might have... and that brings up another thing, Kimmer, and I've always wondered, and I asked this on the air many times.
Yeah.
What's that little ceremony? Oh, a bris.
The bris, the bris, yeah.
That's where they castrate.
You don't want to mess that up. No, you don't want to.
No, but is there an appropriate gift to take to a bris?
A little basket, maybe? I don't.
Scissors.
Yeah.
Teeny little scissors.
Ungent.
Are there, are
Get
there
the thing
special,
bronzed.
Are there special hors d'oeuvres that are served?
Finger food.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh, gosh.
Let me tell you why I just love Israel
All right,
today.
sir. All right.
I've read the articles that they are systematically hunting and killing anybody involved in the October 7th invasion, murder, rape, kidnapping on the part of Hamas.
As they should, just like the freaking movie Munich. One of the great movies, and I guess it's all absolutely true, going after the bad guys and killing them, period.
They got every one of them.
Yeah. Right.
That hadn't already been got.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
hit teams, absolutely, and they should, as they should. Again, we can't. There's no game. There's no fairness. This is not a game. This is not. Rule. There are no rules. We need. It's like politically, Republicans better start acting like Democrats and go for the freaking throat and don't let them back up again. Slaughter them politically any way you can. And the same thing with the Jews. They have every right to kill everybody involved in that entire operation and the cover-up since the beginning of it too.
Well,
absolutely.
Here's how good they are at this. The Israeli military in Shin Bet, I don't know what Shin Bet is.
Yeah, I don't know.
They got to be some red-ass Secret Service people.
Yeah.
They learned that some guy by the name of Habil, who was involved in the October 7th, was traveling in a car through the wreckage of northwest Gaza. They're so good. He's in this car, and it took him no time at all to get a drone to fire a missile at that car and remove him from the face of the earth.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't heard about this. I totally believe it. I'm sure it's true. And I guess they really don't want publicity about it. I guess people are trying to cooperate and not spread the word.
Let them do their job.
Absolutely, yeah.
And most of the paragliders that went into Israel and participated in that massacre, they're gone.
Yeah.
And their little butt fans are gone too.
Well, again, this is I do not have a problem with that. Let God sort them out, or we arrange the meeting.
Then we have a guy. These names: Saleh Al-Aruri, the top Hamas operator in Lebanon.
Yeah.
He took a trip to Turkey on New Year's Day, 2024.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
And he returned. Now he had been told, don't take your cell phones in. Leave your cell phones at home. Well, anyway, he returned from a trip to Turkey to the office in Beirut that he had abandoned after the October 7th attacks.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that cow poop makes me cough.
I don't imagine.
You can hear my voice is a little troubled.
That's all right. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, you sit around and smell these critters.
I'm totally with you there. I'm absolutely with you.
It's like,
I'll be seeing them all weekend, every Saturday and Sunday. I go play with
probably
horses.
Smells like Mohawk Boy's cubicle.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, he returned to the office that he'd abandoned after the October 7th attacks, and he and all of the members of the Lebanese militia, Hezbollah, they all gathered in that office, and there were 6 of them, 6 Hamas officials, and this guy. And an Israeli aircraft put a guided missile right through the window of that office and just 86'd all 7 of them.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And they were all carrying phones and a laptop.
There you go. Doing. We're over here.
I really admire the way Israel is going about this.
They're not fooling around. Yeah.
The Democrat autopsy.
Oh, God. They forgot to mention Joe Biden in any of it.
That's right. The autopsy. Why did we lose this election?
Yeah, I got
Nobody
an idea.
ever said our candidate sucked.
My God. Both of them. Oh, man.
But they've come up. It seems that the number one issue was, we didn't have a primary.
Yeah. It didn't fair. They didn't tell her how to prepare for the thing like they did for Dr. Jill. I mean, oh, Lord. I mean, it's hysterical.
Think about this. It's the cow poop. Hold on.
Uh-oh. That's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, but they didn't have a primary.
Yeah.
They just anointed
Yeah, exactly.
Kamala Harris as the candidate, and then they hold no kings rallies protesting Trump.
Yeah. Again, they're the
Tell
DEI
me
party.
what-
They're a party against the Constitution. But everything they do is based on race. You know, the diversity thing, they got a black woman running for vice president. They got the black Katanji Pippity Boppity Boo on the Supreme Court because of race. That's what they do.
She is so...
Oh,
Look,
Lord, she's got to go.
I know damn well I'm not qualified as a lawyer to be on the Supreme Court. Do you know you don't have to be a lawyer?
No, that's great. You don't have to be anything. Be a pope either. I could be a pope. They could make me pope. Look, it could happen.
Well,
as an ordained minister,
looks like I wear one of those hats anyway.
There you go. I want the big one. I want that great big one.
But we didn't have a primary.
Right.
We anointed and crowned somebody to be our candidate, and then it's the Republicans that are no kings.
Well, in fact, not only that, hell was that guy, was that what's his name, Calhoun? Who was the guy in South Carolina? Clyburn. Yeah, that slimy freaking racist. He's about to be taken out of his district, by the way, finally. But
now,
he's the guy.
Why don't you like him?
He's a racist. He's a racist, and he's a traitor to his country. He's the one who determined, who said, he's going to make sure who was going to run in the primary for the Democrats and try to change all the dates and everything else. And he single-handedly did it, that's why they decided not to have a primary, because they were afraid. They were afraid that, like the Pocahontas, and that Bernie freaking Sanders was going to win. If they had a primary, I'll bet you Bernie Sanders would have been the key guy. And they never wanted that to happen. That's why they fixed it so it would never happen.
Well, you know what a stickler I am for definitions.
Yes, sir.
Is Clyburn a racist or a bigot?
Well, he's a bigot. Well, I think he may also be. Well, he's a bigot. He's biased, and he's a bigot. Whether it's based on race, I don't know. But he's he's trying to get back at white guys. I don't know why. Maybe he wakes up every morning and says, "Damn it, I'm still black." I mean, he's a scumbag. He'll do anything for race power as opposed to helping his country. As simple as that. He's a slime bag.
That's why he's there.
Yeah.
So, and what about the teen takeovers, Kimmer?
Here we go. In fact, there's a story I didn't get to yesterday.
Day weekend.
They've arrested two things. They arrested 4 young black guys who were responsible for all those things that happened in, I think, Rhode Island, or no, maybe it was it Florida or Rhode Island? I can't remember. They arrested 4 young black guys who are going around sending all the social media things. Meet us here and we'll have a little thing on the beach. And then they also talk about the SWAT teams are showing up for the Memorial Day weekend coming up here.
But Kimmer, now I've tried to be fair. I look at the videos and analyze to the extent that my octogenarian mind is capable.
Well, you and me both.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Kimmer, go get the 357 Club.
If I played, honestly, if I had a place to play, if I played golf, I would definitely have one in my bag. I guarantee it. Because I'm hitting the ball when I play. I don't play it, but I hit the ball once in a while to golf at the range, and I've figured out I'm hitting it so good now. Anyway, but I can't.
I am going to shoot my age.
Good for you. Outstanding. I know I could if I got a bad place to play. So good, cool, exciting.
You don't have time for golf with all the women hanging off of you.
Well, that's true. Chicks, man, they just ruin everything. I almost got picked up on the driving range a couple of weeks ago.
Really?
A girl flirted with me. I couldn't believe it. I was going to tell the story yesterday, and I didn't have time.
I got to tell a story about Donna.
Oh, please do.
Okay.
All right.
I don't get fired on at all.
I have no idea.
I don't. But
well, that's surprising. You're a power guy. Chicks love power guys.
No, not if they're not if they look like Homer Simpson.
Well, you and me both. I'm a freaking science project.
Thanks to Donna's real estate expertise.
Yes.
And flipping houses and all of this kind of stuff.
Yes.
Which made a lot of money, but drove both of us crazy. Honey, we got a mold problem in this house I just bought.
Uh-oh.
Can you come over there this weekend with me? We get rid of the mold?
Yeah.
Oh, sure, honey.
Yeah.
That's just the way I wanted to spend my weekend.
Yeah. That and going to the Container Store and looking for carpets would be fun, too. Yeah.
But anyway, she managed to work us into a penthouse at the St. Regis in Buckhead.
Oh, yeah. I remember you were there.
So
That's
Donna's
the party
down
place, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Jennifer Aniston was hanging around all the time.
Oh, nice.
And who else, Donna? Oh, yeah. Charlotte. No. Who's the girl that sat at the table and talked to you? I didn't recognize. Huh?
Scarlett.
No, it was not Scarlett. Scarlett.
Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson, yeah.
You know, I'm having the breakfast with Donna, and she's sitting there, blah, 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 blah. And then she gets up and leaves, and Donna says, you don't even know who that was, do you? Of course I don't know. I was sitting here eating my oatmeal. Yeah, that was Scarlett Johansson.
I'll be damned.
Well, anyway, so Donna's down in Florida taking care of some of her vast real estate holdings.
Oh, all right.
And I'm up at St. Regis all by myself, so I go down to the bar.
All right.
And I sit at the bar and just get a chicken quesadilla. That's it.
Yeah.
And as I'm getting ready to leave, I tell the bartender, don't forget my residence discount. Okay. So this chickie poo sitting next to me at the bar spins around on her stool.
Yeah.
So, oh, do you live here?
You live here. I'll be darned.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Have a condo upstairs.
Yeah. Right upstairs?
The view must be beautiful.
Oh, what do they look like, I wonder? Gee, I wonder if
I'd love to see what what kind of view. This is wonderful. I said, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, I know. I took the check, signed it, and went upstairs, and I immediately called Donna. I said, Donna.
Sweetie.
I still got it, honey.
I wouldn't have told her. I wouldn't have told her anything. I would have kept that for myself.
No.
I would have hid that away from
No, she would have found out anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
So I gave her the whole routine about. Oh, it must be beautiful up there. I'd love to see one of those condos.
Oh.
You're in the penthouse.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then Donna interrupts. She says, Neil.
No.
What? She was a hooker.
Oh.
And immediately.
Well, now let's not be too,
No.
Sorry.
Immediately, I knew Donna was absolutely right.
Yeah. Well.
Then I was about 20 seconds away from hearing a price.
Well, now maybe it was just the fact that the bartender had a sign up that said, "It's Neil Boortz here. Here's Neil Boortz. Neil Boortz, everybody."
No.
That wasn't it.
She had no idea who I was. She only
was
knew
she hot? I mean, what she looked like? Was she obviously a trampy-looking chick or a regular girl?
I don't remember, Kimmer, because she was sitting next to me, and I wasn't going to turn around and engage her.
I got you.
But I think she had dark hair. I don't know.
Yeah.
She could have been a Norwegian, for all I know.
Yeah. Well.
And but at any rate. She had no idea who I was. She just knew I lived in the penthouse at the St. Regis.
Well, if I were a hooker, I'd be doing the same thing. Look where the money is.
Go to that bar.
Absolutely.
Kimmer, I think you can work your magic there, too.
I was thinking about a new change of, direction here for the Kimmer in my final stages.
Any port in a storm.
Damn right, mister.
Yeah. Okay, two more things.
Yes.
First of all, Michael Connolly's book was out Tuesday of this week.
Oh, I love Michael Connolly. I've read. In fact, I don't know what I mentioned. I mentioned this months ago. One of my favorite books I ever read was years ago, and I recommended it to my mother, called Void Moon by Michael Connolly. It was a short, it's a little teeny book, but I remember being enthralled. I couldn't stop reading it. I was just enthralled by it. It's a real kind of a really fun little story. I read all of it. I get his stuff. Some of his in paperback, I buy it. If I see a paperback of Michael Connolly and Lee Child, and there were 3 or 4 that I buy.
Lee Child too.
Love Lee Child the best. Yeah.
In case people are wondering, Michael Connolly, 2 N's, 2 L's, and I don't even remember the name of this book. But I'm starting to read it. Let's see. My books aren't loading. I need a new iPad.
You can use mine. Oh, sorry. No, it fights me once in a while, that's all. So
okay,
Flounder can tell you that.
Back to the teen takeovers.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I loved your riff on Fauci a little bit earlier. When is he going to meet his comeuppance?
Well, of course, they pardoned him for. I don't know whether they can get him for something that isn't covered by the pardon. Well, I don't know. I mean, who knows?
Maybe making him live in total, absolute humiliation.
Well,
the rest of his life.
Yeah, that'd help.
Kimmer, he killed people.
I know, 1 million. Yeah, absolutely. He faked us out. We lost. I mean, man, we lost a whole generation of children. For God's sakes, they're still talking about how the grades have been bad. For 3 or 4 or 5 definite grades in school.
Oh, and by the way, Harvard has decided to limit A's in their student body to only the top 20% of students.
Yeah, again, that's not the way you're supposed to. You know, just say, well, I don't know. I guess they do what they want. But
well, I know, but you and I lived through the best of America.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, now these teen takeovers.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm tired of hearing teen takeover. The proper phraseology in 98% of the cases is black teen takeover.
Well,
these are black kids, and that's not a racist remark.
No, it's just
that is a statement of fact.
Yeah.
There are black kids that are staging these riots and these takeovers.
They're organized.
Yeah, running down streets from rooftop to rooftop, not buildings, cars.
Yeah.
They're running, they jump from one car to the other. They do this damage. I don't know what's on their mind. But now some jurisdictions are saying that we're going to hold their parents responsible.
Yeah. Well, what's her name in New York City? The former Pirro, Janine Pirro, said exactly the same thing. We're going to get the parents.
But here's the problem, Kimmer.
Yeah.
I don't know what the percentage is, but you go gather up these kid teen takeovers. They only have one parent, most of them.
Yeah.
They have a mother who is living in poverty. And how are they going to hold the mother responsible? Yeah. She's got 8 more kids she's got to take care of.
Yeah, I know.
And but I don't know what the answer to this is. Jamming them in jail and making them stay there for a while. I don't know.
The Jersey Shore Beach Town has extreme tactics to bury viral teen mayhem for the Memorial Day weekend.
They've called in the FBI.
The Seaside Heights, home of the iconic Jersey Shore TV series, will have FBI support, SWAT teams, mounted police to curb the violence that'll be happening because they know it's coming. Memorial Day weekend, this right now.
And it's so much of it is enabled by the internet.
Well, yeah, that's how they get in touch with each other. They say, we're going to do this, this, and this when, and there you are.
Don and I experienced one of these. I mean, on the periphery. We were camped in the Boortz bus at a certain location, which will remain unidentified.
All right. Yeah.
But past this location was a marina, which really had nothing going on at night, and the location where all the cars that the police would impound were taken. All of a sudden, Kimmer, out of nowhere, that street was lined up from here to forever with cars full of teenagers heading down to that marina for a party.
Yeah.
And I never heard that anything bad ever happened there, but they've had to take steps to keep that from ever happening again.
Phone link, social media, boom, pam. They put in a message, whoosh, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, geez,
And so many places have had to pay strong money for security to keep these rampaging teenagers out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the name of the Michael Connolly book is Ironwood.
Ironwood. Okie dokie. I'll
which is what they used to call you, Kimmer.
I'm not. Well, not anymore. Call me kind of woo. Kind of a woo. That's all I really get out of it now. There goes Joe Baseball right there. Sorry, he was going by the wall. The morning show, Joe, the board guy. Now he's doing no brief stuff, and he went by and waved. So I had to say hi. I'm sorry.
So what? He's 680, the fan.
Yeah.
Didn't that used to be Ring Radio?
Yeah, that's right. Your old days, Ring Radio. I remember you on Ring Radio.
Yeah. I only got that job because some guy shot himself.
So a guy died, and you showed up and said, I'll do it. The guy said, okay. You were a caller. You were ragging him. You were better as a caller than he was as a host, is what happened.
I was a caller. You know what I was doing at the time? I was selling chemicals.
Yeah, I forgot which job you had. You had a couple
I was selling industrial chemicals, driving around the state of Georgia, selling building managers and what have you, drums of soap. That had nothing special, nothing great about them, just drums of soap. Anyway, it's Sunday. I'm at home, and I see that My God, Herb Elfman shot himself.
Yeah.
I wonder who's going to do a show in the morning. So I got up early, got a phone. You know, that's a station that didn't sign on till 5:30.
Yeah.
So at 5:30 or before about 5, I was waiting outside, sitting in a lawn chair drinking coffee. And they knew me because I'd hammered them for a job.
Yeah.
You know, the manager drove up, said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Wait a minute, haven't you heard? Herb isn't going to be here this morning." "Oh, I know, we got somebody coming in to replace him." I said, "Yeah, me." And within 2 weeks, I had the job.
I'll be darned. Well, there you go. And the rest, as they say. Yeah.
And, you know, from waiting in a lawn chair because some guy shot himself to the Radio Hall of Fame, thanks to my bride. That's a pretty good path there, Kimmer.
Well, you got it all, Neil Boortz. No question about it.
Okay, we're heading west in the morning.
Excellent. Well, be careful out there, man. They're crazy. And especially Memorial Day weekend, driving stuff with that big, giant house on wheels. But,
yeah, I know, but we're going to be driving. It's in the middle of the damn desert. Where are they headed, to a party?
Yeah. Well, anyway. Careful out there. Neil
my
Boortz.
Air conditioning just spit at me.
Uh-oh. All right, well.
Oh, well, it is hot here.
Better than your wife spitting at you, I know that.
Well, say hi to the team, and I'll be back with you all on Monday.
Thank you. Neil Boortz, Semper Fi, hi to your sweet lady, and big hugs. And it's 4:30, Neil Boortz with Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder on Let It Rip Friday, Memorial Day weekend. Look out. Thanks, Neil. Here we go.
The warm air, the beautiful weather, and the sounds of baseball. It's got you thinking about hitting the road. And no matter where your adventures take you, Subaru of Gwinnett has a vehicle to get you there safely and in style. Like the 2026 Subaru Outback, which will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive plus up to 32 miles per gallon. And if you're up for adventure, it'll get you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance. More than the Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4 or the 2026 Subaru Forester, the SUV for all you love. It's the right-sized SUV for all the adventures ahead with a spacious and comfortable interior for everyone you want to bring along. And no matter where adventure takes you, it starts on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth with the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. They'll help you find the Subaru that you'll love and be there every step of the way for everything you need. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Well, going into the summer season and vacation time, Memorial Day weekend and so forth, and it reminds me, keeping your stuff safe with Atlanta Safe House. New location, Union Hill Road in Alpharetta. They have 500 safes right there right now, and I mean big safes, and they're safes as big as a car, and they can build you a vault door. They have safes of all sizes, little pistol safes and safes, gun safes for long barrels, for bow and arrows, and jewelry drawers and special secret things. And by the way, you know, they have all the top brands. My first safe was a Browning gun safe, but Fort Knox and all the top brands, more than anybody else in this part of the country. And because there are 500 of them right now ready to go, they have sales and specials and famous for their rebates. So you're going to save yourself some money. Whatever you're looking, even if you don't know what you're looking for, to keep your stuff safe. Like right now, in fact, I'm luckily am in need of some family history records and medical records, stuff like that. And so I have them now. And now my kids, unlike in Florida when I lost my medical records with no safe, my kids now know where to get my stuff if they need it. Taking care of business, protecting your rights. Nobody's getting your reset code either. It's protecting your rights and your stuff. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
This is Flounder, and if you want fewer HVAC surprises, call Dobbs Heating and Air. The Dobbs Club membership includes 2 maintenance visits a year, and right now you get a 3rd visit free. That means better efficiency, longer system life, and improved indoor air quality. You get priority scheduling, 15% off repairs, and no overtime charges. Plans start at just $199 with membership starting at $17 a month. Service calls are only $85. Dobbs Heating and Air. Local, honest, and dependable. Find them at DobbsHVAC.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lows for Howard Brothers and Exmark. Warm temps are here, and that means go time for homeowners and pros alike. This mowing season, stay ahead of the lawn work with an Exmark mower on your side. Exmark mowers are built for comfort, speed, and performance, so you can depend on them this season and the next. Find your Exmark mower at Howard Brothers. They're the place to go for top service and trusted brands for your outside projects. Howard Brothers, serving you since 1955.
Great, another auto repair. You took it to the dealer and now you're starting to panic. They say it's going to cost thousands and take weeks to complete. So don't fall for the tricks. Take it to Vicks. From simple oil changes and tires to transmission replacements and collision repair, you can count on Vicks Auto Care for honest, affordable service. Vicks Auto Care on Roswell Street in Marietta. Visit them today at VicksAutoCare.com. That's VIKS Autocare.com.
You know what you get back when you call the Trusted Toolbox? You get your time back, you get your family back, and you get your house back. No more spending weekends fixing loose doors, drywall cracks, or that list that never ends. With our handyman for a day, one skilled professional shows up, knocks out multiple repairs in one visit. Everything from drywall to ceiling fans changed out, painting, trim work, and so much more. Stop working on your house every weekend. Call the Trusted Toolbox, get your time back, and get it done right the first time. Book your appointment today at thetrustedtoolbox.com.
In 1953, an American Roadster was born, and it would go on to become an icon. Across 8 generations, the Corvette has represented speed, style, and innovation. Now, the Savoy Automobile Museum in Cartersville, Georgia, invites you to experience where it all began. Corvette, the early years, showcases the groundbreaking C1 through C3 models, the designs that started a legend. Don't miss the opportunity to see 2 rare Corvette concept cars on loan from General Motors. This temporary exhibit is open now through May 31st. Get tickets at SavoyMuseum.org.
We've all done it. We tried to save a buck or two buying a knockoff that ends up being more costly to fix or replace. Hopefully we've learned in the end. Knockoffs are not a good idea. If your gutters need help, don't just spring for any gutter guard. Leaf Filter is the trusted name with over 20 years of relentless engineering behind it. Clogged gutters are not just annoying, they cause extensive water damage. Leaf Filter is an investment designed to help protect your home. Leaf Filter is inexpensive way for you to make sure that you have surgical grade stainless steel micro mesh that keeps out all of the debris and lets the water in. It's proven to accept 200% more water than some hood style gutter guards. So in heavy rain, they help keep the water from pouring over the edge of your gutters down to the foundation and basement. Start protecting your home today with Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system. Schedule your free inspection. Save up to 15% off at leaffilter.com/Glenn Beck. 15% off leaffilter.com/Glenn Beck. Minimum purchase is required. Restrictions apply. See rep for promotion details.
Now, wait a minute. I thought, we had Neil Boortz on, so that's a whole half hour where I don't
check in with Pete.
Stories are planned. A lot of times you don't get
stories actually covered.
do everything you get done in the morning when I'm sitting there doing it.
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah.
Of the 9 stories you badgered poor Flounder with, the Flounder with this morning. You have done the Flounder.
Yes.
You, the Kimmer, have done 1.
Well, but it was a good one. It was a really, sorry.
The stories you haven't done. Kindergarten brawl, President Trump with Stephen Colbert. New Jersey dad bias. SPLC grant. Let's see.
Good story.
Gavin Newsom, Kamala, daylight saving time.
Politics, time
Feds
saving.
drop charges, anti-ICE, and Laputa Nyong'o of the Odyssey says you can't,
you got to be talented is different than looks. I mean, we'll get it all. It's all coming up. It's all coming up. I'll get all of it. It's all standing by right here. But first, your fabulous birthday list here. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Brooke Smith's birthday. Brooke Smith is 59. Brooke Smith was in Grey's Anatomy, but before that, Brooke Smith, it puts lotion on its skin. She was that chubby girl in the bottom of the well there in Silence of the Lambs.
Puts the lotion on
puts the lotion.
Gets the hose again.
Gets the hose. Brooke Smith is 59 years old today. Here you go, Brooke. By the way, a quick birthday this weekend. Mitch Albom is 68. A famous author, but he was, I remember when I was retired, I think he was part of one of those ESPN sports talk shows.
Yep.
And I remember, and then he was a dinner with Mitch or somebody, or Maury or something, a dinner
Tuesdays
with Maury.
with Maury, I think, is what he wrote.
And was that his father dying?
No,
or
I think it was a
or just a friend, an old man dying and passing along?
I don't remember if he was related to him or not, tell you the truth.
But wasn't it like observations of life as you're.
Yeah, he'd meet with the guy once a week, and they talk and have dinner or something. I forget.
And I guess it was a huge hit. Are you a fan of Mitch Albom, or I've never read him? I don't know.
He worked in Detroit. I didn't read a lot of his stuff, to tell you the truth. I think Jack Lemmon played Maury in the film.
Oh, really? I know. Yeah, because it was fun. But I remember him. He used to be on one of those ESPN shows. I used to watch those every day.
Reporters,
one of them,
journalists.
Yeah, so-called.
Like that.
Yeah, but it was always interesting. Now, here's a bizarre story in history, which I remember doing in years past. 1901. French police receive an anonymous letter about a woman who had been locked in her attic for 25 years. Police go to investigate. They find a socialite named Blanche Monnier locked in a small attic room covered in bugs, waste, human waste, old food, and the woman weighed 55 pounds. When Blanche Monnier was 25 years old, she was a looker. And that's why her mother locked her in her room, because Blanche wanted to marry an older lawyer. And her mother said, "No, you will not be able to marry my daughter." And she would not allow her daughter to marry a penniless lawyer. And she said she would not release her daughter until she agreed to break off the courtship, which Blanche refused to do. Blanche was renowned for her beauty and attracted many other potential suitors for marriage. After her mother imprisoned her, her mother and brother continued on with their daily lives, pretending to mourn her disappearance. During the time that she was kept in the attic room, the girl had no outside contact, not even exposure to sunlight. Her mother got arrested eventually, but fell ill and died 15 days after she was arrested. Her brother went on trial, and he was found guilty and sentenced to 15 months in prison, but then he was acquitted on appeal because he said Blanche could have left any time she wanted to. If she had only said, "I'm not going to marry that lawyer." And because she refused, she stayed there for 25 years.
I'm sorry, the brother should have been locked up for the rest of his life.
Exactly. This is 1901 in France.
As long as you do what we say, you can leave anytime you want.
Right. Yeah, as long as you go by our, I know. I mean, what a story. I mean, God, I literally can't imagine. I can't. I mean, you wake up every day and you don't see the sun and you're in this little room and that's it. 25 years?
Yeah, you got to wonder about what she was thinking. She couldn't just left and just walk out or something?
I don't know.
Kill them?
I don't. Oh, God. I mean, it's just...
I got a couple phone calls. Got Just Joshin on the horn.
Just Joshin. Hey, man, how's it going? What's up?
So, I got a bone to pick.
Okay, please do.
So, we're talking about UFOs and sightings, right?
Yeah.
We had this development in Atlanta called Atlantic Station.
Yeah.
And you did a bit in a previous life.
Yeah.
With a group called Starship.
Starship Enterprise, right? Starship, and I didn't do a bit with them. I know about them. Covered them. Yeah.
So are you in the inside here?
Yes. I'm part of the Starship. Are we on the air? Oh, we shouldn't say it on the air. I shouldn't. Can we? We're gonna have to edit that out, Flounder, because I can't be on the air. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead, just Josh. What you were saying? Hello.
No, we had Atlantic Station and then a Starship bit.
Starship, Atlantic Station, Starship, Atlantic Station, Starship.
Oh, there we go. Now it's coming back.
We got it all rounded up in one little bow, kind of bringing it home together.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, just Josh, and you got me, buddy.
After
you got me. You got me real good. Yeah. Well, he's got to talk to somebody. He's trying to figure out what's going on. All right, Josh. Appreciate it, man. And thank you. Wow, that was here. Let her rip Friday. Anything goes, and I mean that, by golly. So there you are. By the way, a couple. I had a really fun thing last night. I did not know that there was a freaking concert. I either forgot or didn't know. I live near the amphitheater in Alpharetta, and so I didn't know there was a concert. And when there's a concert, it means I'm going to have trouble. My last 200 yards to get into my townhome cul-de-sac might take me a half an hour. I mean, depending on, because the traffic's all backed up, all in that area. Now, sometimes not true, but anyway. And last year, I remember I told you about this last year. Last year, sometimes during some of the concerts, I would be driving up, and right where all the top elite entrances are is on one of these little side streets, which gets me to my place. And so I'm going up this side street where the entrances are, and all of a sudden I'm going like 2 miles an hour trying to go through, and I hear this, Kimmer! And it's a cop. Remember, I've told this story before. There's one cop who knows my car, and he listens to the show, and every time I go by, he goes, Kimmer! And I get a little or something like that. And last night, I didn't even thought about it then. I didn't even know there was a concert. I'm up at the top of the loop over the Encore Parkway. Kimmer! Like that. He's back. He's back like from last year. The same officer doing, I guess they're paying him, they pay him side gigs and stuff like that. And I got just the biggest kick out of it. I just, it's like reminded me of being a kid or something.
I dare you to yell Gilligan back at him when he yells Kimmer.
Anyway, that was pretty cool. So anyway, I don't know whether you're listening, officer, but that was it made me feel good. It was really kind of cool. Let's see. Oh, also, you know what happened? I got, actually, we'll talk about this in a second. Now, Flounder, I'm sorry, he's on the phone. We'll get to him later. Yeah. I've been a cat owner.
Sorry about that real quick. That was Roswell Tim. He's going to come by the studio Tuesday because he wants to get some of the music off your music stick.
Oh, well, you better remind me to bring it in because it's in my car.
No, I'll remind you when you come in Tuesday
morning.
Yeah, I'll remind you.
Okay, well, yeah, that's fine. And I mean, I think I've 250 songs or something on there.
I think he just wants the one that I put on there. So there's that folder I put them all in.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Well, anyway,
there's no video or.
No, just no.
All audio.
No,
all audio.
I don't want him in my phone. You can't go look at my phone for that photo lab. Anyway, it's 4:45 already. Holy cow! Speaking of that, we have Holy Cow at Sports. Not quite the exact name, but
let's change the name. Holy Cow at
Holy
Sports.
Cow at Sports. Phil Rizzuto. Holy cow! Wasn't either one who said Holy Cow? Was that Phil Rizzuto?
Gary and Phil Rizzuto.
And Phil Rizzuto.
Both did it.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Anyway,
Money Star.
Yeah, for the Money Star.
For the Money Star.
106.3. Hey, Friday time. Look out. Be careful out there.
Fighting the communists with truth every day on the only conservative news and talk station in Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Well, it looks like a lot of rain holding off the next few days, but if you're growing stuff, Stovall & Company, your wholesale landscape supply company's got all the stuff you need. And by the way, they do things like sprinkler systems and irrigation systems, and if you're putting out a fireplace or a kitchen by the pool or something, you take care of things to get that built there for you, too. Then the plants and trees and flowers and shrubs and beautiful blooming, I mean, it's just unbelievable, the stuff they have. And if you need something really special and they don't have it, they'll actually tell you where else to get it. And you need it now? It's on the way. Well, really taking care of business. StovallInc.com.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We are a family-owned, operated, independent local company. We have over 15 years of artificial grass design, installation, and sales experience. From premium artificial lawns and backyards, custom putting greens, sports fields, hardscape, drainage. We do both residential and commercial. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Right here in our backyard, sellers trust Purple Wave Auction to move their equipment, from excavators and ag equipment to trucks and specialty trailers. Our no-reserve online auctions help local sellers turn iron into opportunity. You get a dedicated territory manager who knows your operation, your market, and your timeline, backed by nationwide buyer demand, local service, National reach, real results. See why more sellers choose Purple Wave. Visit purplewave.com to get started today.
Hey, it's Front Office Los with Tom, the honest car guy. Let's talk about the new way to buy a car in 2026. Tell me how you can save clients thousands of dollars in this process.
I got a customer here, Jeff Everhart. I met him today first time because I delivered his 25 model Honda Pilot, fully loaded with only 16,000 miles on it. Jeff, answer Los's question about that one.
It was actually shocking. I mean, you hear the advertisements, you want to believe it, and then when you go through with the sale, and there's no extras, there's no dock fees, there's no storage fees, no transportation fees. The price I was given is the price that I paid plus their honest fee. I did save thousands of dollars, and it was a very quick sale.
Well, we appreciate that.
And did it from my living room.
Did it from your living room.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Stones. 1971. Sticky Fingers, 4-week run at number 1 on this day. It started on American charts, their second U.S. number 1. And the artwork was a zipper, a working zipper that opened to reveal cotton briefs. Conceived by artist Andy Warhol. The cover was a photo of Joe D'Alessandro's crotch, clad in tight blue jeans. Everybody thought it was Mick Jagger. But the album Sticky Fingers also featured the first time they had the tongue and lip design, designed by John Pash. The brown sugar there, 1971, Stones. Yeah, let's see. A birthday list. Let's see. Oh, that naughty little Maggie Q. Do you know who that is? Maggie Q is something of a dish. She's 47 years old. She's Detective Renee Ballard on Amazon's Ballard. I don't know what that is. She was Nikita. Famous Nikita chick, and also the Dutch dauntless leader who protects Triss in Divergent. She was also in Mission Impossible 3. Maggie Q is 47. Her mother's Vietnamese. And her dad is an American, and she is very lovely, if I may say so myself. Goes the old thing for Vietnamese chicks, too. First time I saw a little teeny little Vietnamese girl in those little Ao's eyes, they call them. Those little funny little dresses of silk. Anyway, 1900 on this day, speaking of Memorial Day, as we were, of course, it's to celebrate those who have given their lives, lives have been taken while serving their country in uniform and so forth, as opposed to Veterans Day. And that's, of course, on Monday. It's the last Monday in May. And on this day in 1900, Sergeant William Harvey Carney is awarded the Medal of Honor for his actions in 1863 during the Civil War, and the first time an African American earned the Medal of Honor. The war was an assault on Fort Wagner in Charleston, South Carolina. Carney was wounded. He struggled across the battlefield carrying the Union flag. His citation reads, "When the color sergeant was shot down, the soldier grasped the flag, led the way to the parapet, and planted the colors thereon," the color being the flag. "When the troops fell back, he brought off the flag under a fierce fire in which he was twice severely wounded.
Although his actions were the first which a Medal of Honor was rewarded to an African American, he wasn't actually awarded the medal until 1900, during which time other African Americans had received their award for actions after his. It's believed that this man, William Harvey Carney, actually escaped slavery by the Underground Railroad, and the battle is portrayed in the film Glory from 1989. First black soldier, Civil War, to be awarded the Medal of Honor in the state, 1900. Kimmer Pete Flounder, how's it going? 453. Let's see. Okay, so I don't even know where to start. I paid $5.50 again for gas at the Shell station on Powers Ferry in Terrell Mill. Let's see. And again, figures this freaking stock market has now set another record.
Yeah.
Over 50,000. I mean, what the hell? 3 days ago, it dropped like a rock. I mean, it keeps doing this. And I think it's all a scheme to make them more money. Every time the stock market does something, people have to call their broker, I guess, and say, do this, do that. And every time you do that, they make money. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But, I mean, it's just amazing to me. The stock market's going crazy again, which is great. And by the way, in case you're going to Europe, earlier today was a story coming out about the apparently venereal disease. Gonorrhea and syphilis are exploding in the number of cases in Europe. And it turns out Spain is the biggest culprit. Apparently, the clap has grown. The cases of the clap have grown by 300% in Spain. All those hot Spanish babes, I guess.
Speaking of gonorrhea, Adam Schiff has chimed in on Tulsi Gabbard's resignation.
Oh, what is he saying?
All right, this is his tweet. My thoughts go out to Tulsi Gabbard and her family as her husband battles a serious health problem. I hope and pray that he makes a speedy and full recovery. While the circumstances around her departure are deserving of our sympathy, let's be clear. Tulsi Gabbard's only positive contribution to our nation's national security is her resignation. She politicized intelligence. She dismantled critical agencies keeping Americans safe. She weaponized the IC to pursue baseless election fraud claims and more. We must ensure that her tenure, marked by a devotion to the person of the president and not the security of the country, represents a terrible exception at DNI and not the new normal.
Which is exactly what the freaking Democrats have done from the very beginning. Weaponizing the department. I mean, this is incredible. The gaslighting. And they say it over and over again. The media's going to cover it and say, boy, I'm glad she's gone. It's unbelievable. And by the way, she's basically responsible for formational effort to restore in the intelligence community, reducing the size of the damn thing, saving taxpayers $700 million a year. She got rid of all the DEI programs. I mean, this is unbelievable. She declassified 500,000 pages of government records relating to the Trump-Russia investigation, JFK investigation, RFK assassination. This is unbelievable. Who have created the first ever Tulsi Gabbard created the first ever weaponization working group. Their job was to coordinate efforts around the entire federal government to expose the Biden administration's weaponization of the federal government. And the Democrats are saying that she is responsible for weaponizing the federal government. You know, these people are going to burn in hell. I honestly, God, I hate them. I hate what they're doing. And every time somebody, covers them and pretends that this is legit, it just makes me freaking crazy. All right, let me throw out a subject here for you, which I found bizarre here today. If I can only find it, I may not be able to find it. I was reading some social media stuff. And apparently, Khloe Kardashian, I can see if I can find my personal notes. Khloe Kardashian bought a couple of cats, and she had them declawed. And so she is now coming public to say she's getting creamed on social media. And she's coming forward to say, I didn't know any better. They told me to take to declaw them because it's better. They don't have to do it. And now, as she said, the cats are miserable. They're angry. What she did. And everybody's saying, oh, you can't. It's torture. Stuff like that. Let me tell you something. When I was growing up as a kid, if you had a cat in a place like an apartment, you had to get it declawed.
Yeah.
You were not allowed to have a cat with claws in it in places where you live with animals.
What's happening to her on social media?
She's getting creamed by saying, "Oh, the cat can't defend himself if they have to."
That's redundant.
Yeah, sort of redundant. Isn't she the billionaire when she was 21 selling panties or something? Good Lord. I don't understand any of the whole freaking family.
I don't understand my country anymore.
But apparently she's apologizing, saying she was told the wrong thing to do and she got her cats declawed and now she's sorry. Well, again, I don't think people get them declawed anymore. But I don't know.
Not if they're outside, because that's dangerous. They can't defend themselves.
Yeah. Or chase little miceys and stuff. Anyway, how about another Flounders Funny there? I'll bet you probably, yeah? You're a little more.
If there's an important document, I don't have it. I'm a constant disappointment to the DMV. Sir, do you have your Social Security card? I haven't seen that in 30 years. Sir, it's an important document. Well, then you guys shouldn't have printed it on a gum wrapper, okay? At least the passport people made a book out of their thing. It's got pages and a cover, and yes, I lost that one too, but I shouldn't have. Sir, do you have your birth certificate? My birth certificate? That document is 54 years old. I also don't have the Declaration of Independence.
Mr. Greg Warren.
Very funny. Greg Warren is a very, very, very...
I have lost my birth certificate at least 3 times.
Well, I'm trying to remember all this stuff. In fact, I'm trying to remember my Social Security card. I think I've got it all locked up. But again, if you don't check and look for it, and I remember the time I did lose when I was taking this stripper on the back of my Harley and lost my wallet when I had my Social Security kept in it, which you're not supposed to do, and I had to go get it replaced. That was a nightmare. Going down to the office in person to get your Social Security card this is back, 25 years ago or something.
When was the last time you needed to have a card?
I know. You shouldn't have to need it. You're in
Once
the record.
Once you get the passport, man, and your driver's license, you're in clover.
Yeah, with a little star on it, you're okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, it's almost 5 o'clock. Holy cow. Holy crap, sports is coming up. Latest on the news and your calls and tweets and having a little good time here with the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Let It Rip Friday, Memorial Day weekend. If you're driving now, please be careful because everybody's nuts out there, and it won't get better until Tuesday when you come home. All right, look out. Here we go.
The Morning Extra, every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
It'll be over soon. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. That's what President Trump just said about the conflict with Iran, predicting oil prices will tumble when it does end during a speech north of New York City, focusing on the economy and saying Democrat policies are bad for business.
They are Democrats. You know why? Because their policies are dumb. Their policies are very dumb.
Adding they voted against the tax cuts and everything else in his big, beautiful bill.
And if they get in, you're going to have open borders again. You're going to have millions of people coming in.
The president in Suffern, New York, while Democrats argue people are suffering under the president's policies.
Memorial Day might be the kickoff for the summer, but under this administration and Donald Trump, it's a kick to the you-know-what in your family budget.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer rejecting Trump claims of progress. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard will step down at the end of June, announcing today that her husband has been diagnosed with a rare form of bone cancer, the 4th cabinet member to leave during the second Trump term. The criminal case against Salvadoran immigrant Kilmar Abrego Garcia is tossed out by a federal judge in Tennessee.
U.S. District Judge Waverly Crenshaw granted Abrego Garcia's dismissal motion for what he and his lawyers claimed was a selective, vindictive prosecution. The defendant was accused by the DOJ in a human smuggling case. He was at one point deported to his native El Salvador last year, but the courts ordered the federal government to facilitate his return. Judge Crenshaw, in his study of the evidence, said if Abrego Garcia had not successfully challenged the deportation, the prosecution he threw out would not have been brought.
Fox's Gernal Scott. The government says Abrego Garcia entered the U.S. illegally and still wants to deport him to a third-party country. America is listening to Fox News.
For 250 years, Americans have believed in one powerful idea. We were meant to live free. Free to pursue our future, work hard, free to move, free to enjoy life without being held back. But if everyday aches and pains are slowing you down, it might be time to declare your independence from pain. I tried everything and anything to help me get rid of my pain, and nothing freed me. It just masked the pain and the side effects, diminished my quality of life. I'm sure you have been there if you have real bad pain. Relief Factor is a 100% drug-free, research-based formula that is designed to help your body fight inflammation, one of the root causes of pain. And it is not a quick fix or a temporary mask. It works from the inside out, at the source. Relief Factor. It was created for people to get back to living their life on their terms. Is that you? Walking, working, exercising, enjoying the moments that matter? This year, as we celebrate 250 years of American independence, take your stand for your own freedom. Declare your independence from pain. Try Relief Factor today. 1995, 3-week quick start. Ready for you right now. Visit relieffactor.com, 800-4-RELIEF.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of leg, ready on your dog target. Hair, road guards out. Hair. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Cooper. But Pete Davis and Flounder. Holy crap, it's sports is coming up. We got newsy stuff. We got your phone calls at 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We'll have the latest on the Kyle Busch sudden death, and you'll hear the 911 call and his call from the car that a couple of weeks ago in a race when he needed the doctor to meet him when he got done. Anyway, it's just horrible. Tulsi Gabbard resigning, more court cases. And again, how is it possible that this freaking Maryland man, I just heard the thing on the news, it hasn't even really hit the wires yet. Judges ruled that the Maryland man can do what he wants now again or something, or that they didn't follow the correct procedure in getting him deported back to his own country where he's a gangbanger and he was, he got caught human smuggling, for God's sakes. They got all the guys in the car driving cross country with no luggage. Remember that? And then he got deported and they brought him back and they called him just a Maryland man. He's a wife beater, gangbanger, and all of a sudden now another judge has ruled that he can come and go as he pleases, and they got to find some way to get him out of the country if they want. How come he's not in jail? How come you deported my ass? How about putting him in prison?
This is how you get vigilantes when the government can't do its job and they won't let the police do their job and everything becomes a farce. This is how you get people taking action in their own hands. I mean,
they caught him red-handed. He has his own gang nickname. In the El Nagua, whatever it is, a Venezuelan gang.
They're laughing at us.
Jesus. I mean, sure, I can't believe it.
Well, it's because it's a Democratic-run state, and they're Democratic judges, and they're going to do whatever they want. They don't care about the law, their Constitution.
Well,
they're Marxists.
I don't get it. And this may have been a Trump-appointed judge. I'm not sure. Either way, they're used. The problem is what the Democrats are doing, though. This is why I'm not that surprised, because if the Democrats use some kind of rule that doesn't really have anything to do with the issue at hand, and the judge has to say, well, according to the books, we have to go that, and now therefore has to take one step back. In other words, they're throwing monkey wrenches into the judicial process every chance they get. And every time they file another motion, some judge has to rule on it. And this has been going on for a year? Or more. I mean, that's just unbelievable. Yeah. And here's another case, too. The U.S. Attorney in Chicago has dismissed the case against the 4 anti-ICE activists, including that Democratic congressional candidate, Kat. Her last name is Azerbaijigabagashukalakalakala. I might have added a couple. A federal judge called out prosecutors for rigging the grand jury to make sure they got an indictment. Well, how come that's never happened before, I guess, probably, huh? Anyway, it was a closed-door hearing with this judge, a girl named April something, and she said she's a Joe Biden-appointed judge, and she says, I'm shocked, I tell you, that the government had actions, including a prosecutor meeting with a grand juror and panelists who refused to vote for an indictment being removed from the pool. And the prosecutor said, I didn't know anything about this. I didn't know anything about this kind of going on. And the judge said, well, I may have to hold a separate hearing to consider sanctions against the office of the DA there. So the U.S. Attorney in Chicago is now saying, well, we'll let y'all go. Forget it ever happened. The defendants include that. I think that was that fat chick in the red coat. Remember, she was shoving around ICE agents and stuff. And so they arrested her, and there's all these other people, the haters who want to put ICE agents in jail. The authorities said the 6 of them were physically hindered and impeded. An unidentified officer who was forced to drive at a slow rate of speed to avoid hitting any of them. It was a protest at the Immigration Center in suburban Broadview outside of Chicago. Left-wing influencer, former employee of a liberal watchdog group, was defeated in the Democratic primary, and now the charges are all dropped. Because this girl judge appointed by Biden said, well, you were trying to make sure that they got indicted. So, well, everybody gets indicted if they want to. I mean, you can indict a ham sandwich. Remember the old cliches? My God. So they're free, like it never happened. Anyway.
How about a song?
Let's do a song. What do you got?
All right, so Shay sent this to the voicemail. You know our caller, Shay?
Yeah.
All right.
And his brother call in all the time.
I wrote a short song for someone named Kim.
Uh-oh.
But it's not a love song.
Uh-oh.
Because Kim is a him.
Oh, God.
Now he's patriotic, fast on his feet. He's helped out by Flounder and corrected by Pete. But hey, he's the Kimmer, brash and he's bold. He does what he wants, won't do what he's told. Hey, he's the Kimmer, bold and he's brash. Gonna get a new girlfriend when he gets him some cash.
If I could get a little more cash, I'd definitely get me a weekend woman.
Very well done, Shay. Very well done.
That was very...
Every Friday afternoon, we're going to play that song.
Yeah, we should.
I'll put it on the hotkeys right here.
Oh, mercy. Well, that was very well done. Shay and his brother, they're frequent listeners and commenters, and God bless them. Anyway, 509, Kimmer, Feet, and Flounder, 404-741-1230 if you'd like to join us on 106.3. Donald Trump is all in favor of this. The House is making a move to get daylight saving time permanent. As Donald Trump says, no, we don't like this twice-a-year clock-changing business. Now, there could be a problem. People who support it say it will, if the supporters of the measure to make daylight saving time permanent say it causes sleep disturbances, greater workplace injuries, and more car crashes. They believe brighter evenings would spur more economic activity during the winter. President Trump says it's time to have people stop worrying about the clock twice a year. There's opposition from Senator Tom Cotton, a Republican in Arkansas, and others like him, who say it would result in, if they go to daylight saving time permanently year-round, he said it would result in absurdly late winter sunrises and force children to go to school in the dark for much of the country, which is the thing we've always heard. The law would allow states to opt out of it, however. So it's not, it's not permanent for everybody. They would, Florida's home state, the guys say, would be popular because it would mean more hours of playing golf in the golf courses and sporting events. And that's the reason I would like it if I were doing that kind of stuff. And now, my life right now, I don't give a damn one way or the other. But putting the clocks forward 1 hour during the summer half of the year, all of them pretty much in every state since the 1960s. And now they're trying to see if they can make it a law. But again, the states will be able to opt out of it.
Shay's on the horn.
Shay, hey, man, well done, buddy. That was very, very well done. Congratulations. I appreciate it.
I take no credit at all. That is my brother Sean. Sean's a songwriter and the musician. I'm just the one who tries to get him to do it and get it over to you guys.
Well, so, either way,
it is one verse. He has written about 3 or 4 dozen of those verses, verses for you.
Well,
and so
send them over. You got my email address. Send them over. Yeah, those would be great.
Feed them along.
Every week, as long as I think we finally got the recording, the sound right for him to record it, and if we do, then he'll send one to you guys once a week. How's that?
Outstanding.
That works great.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, he has written tons and tons of material. You provided him with so much material over the years. That's what you've done for him.
Yeah, most of my mistakes and bad comments. Well, I'm glad I could help.
Yeah. You enjoy your Monday off.
Thanks,
we'll talk
man.
to you next week.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Okay, there's the brother team. Sean and Shay. Very nice. Dang. What was that? Does the timer go off?
Fries are up.
Fries are up. Donald Trump also...
What do you have? What do you have?
There you go. Number 3. Donald Trump has been ripping the Democrats during was giving a speech today for a political candidate in New York State, a congressman running. And he's also published this about Stephen Colbert's last show, like anybody really cares. And then, of course, had all the guys were complaining about Trump last night. Colbert's finally finished at CBS. Amazing. It lasted so long. No talent, no ratings, no life. He was like a dead person. You could take any person off the street, and they would be better than this total jerk. Thank goodness he's finally gone, unquote, Donald Trump. He did it for Colbert for 11 seasons, took over after David Letterman in 2015. They said it was a financial decision by CBS. By the way, this was also the day that CBS Radio ceased existence. So CBS killed everything as of today to save money.
Wow.
And CBS Radio was like, NBC Blue Network back in the original radio days and stuff.
We got news, and I got a lot of sports cuts from them.
Yeah. It's over. It's done. There's a new team putting. In fact, I forgot their names. Two of the guys who were with Big Shots in New York, who were with CBS Radio, two of the founders for 40 years, are putting together their own new network to try to take over for it, I guess, but who knows?
Well, I remember getting sound from them and AP. Oh, yeah. And they got less and less every year, and ABC just took over the radio
Yes,
thing.
it did. In fact, I remember when I was working early morning stuff, I'd get into work at 3 in the morning because ABC had an audio feed, and I would take 10 or 12 audio cuts, and they'd last me all day.
Oh, yeah. My sports, too. That's where I got most of my sports cuts.
Yeah. I wasn't paid, I think, until 4. I was working 4 to noon, and I actually had to get there before 3 to get the feed cut just on my own. I wouldn't punch the time. Back then, we had a time clock. You believe that? 1972.
I remember a time clock.
Yeah. ABC Sports would send like 25 to 30 cuts, and CBS would send maybe 10.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, that's the old days of radio, back with the teletype machines and everything else. But CBS Radio's dead now. It's all gone. So it's, things changed. It's not good. Oh, my God. Holy Crap of Sports is waiting on deck, and it's next. And Pete Davis is here, and so are you on 106.3. Happy Friday, Memorial Day weekend. If you're driving, please be careful. You know what bad things happen, so don't let it happen to you. All right, look out. Here we go. Stand by.
More than just headlines on your ride to work? It's the Morning Extra, live from 6 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, only on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
If you got a chance. Join us Saturday, June 13th as the Atlanta Braves and Live Nation host the first ever Braves Country Fest, presented by Truist. A celebration of Braves baseball and country music featuring Cody Johnson and Ella Langley, along with Ernest and Mackenzie Carpenter, as well as musical performances and activities inside the Battery Atlanta. A portion of proceeds benefit the Atlanta Braves Foundation. Get your tickets at Braves.com/Braves Country Fest.
It has begun. The Summer Starts Here sales event now through June 1st. Commuting every day, the 2026 Toyota Camry is now all hybrid with up to 53 miles per gallon in the city. At Marietta Toyota, every new Toyota includes our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty. That's unlimited time and unlimited mileage for as long as you own it. And we've been voted Best of Comp for 2026, Best New Car Dealership, and Best Service Center. For well-qualified buyers, 5.49% APR for 72 months is available on the new 2026 Camry Hybrid. Non-Toyota owners may qualify for $1,000 Camry Conquest bonus cash, no trade-in required. Visit us on Cobb Parkway South, just north of Truist Stadium. Marietta Toyota since 1975. We have been here and will be here for you.
5.49% APR for 72 months with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. Not all buyers will qualify. 1,000 Conquest for eligible current non-Toyota owners. Must finance or lease through Southeast Toyota Finance. No trade-in required. End 6/1/2026. See dealer for details. All prices exclude tax, tag, title, and include dealer fee of $699.
Does the constant news cycle leave you anxious about your retirement? Between economic uncertainty and market swings, it's easy to feel on edge. But at Master Plan Retirement Consultants, we believe headlines shouldn't dictate your financial future. I'm Evan Fricks. My father, Mark, and I focus on building rock-solid, holistic retirement strategies. We look beyond basic investments to create a comprehensive roadmap covering income, taxes, healthcare, and legacy planning. You can't control the economy, but you can control your preparedness. Stop guessing and start smart planning. Schedule your complimentary consultation by visiting masterplanretire.com. Secure your peace of mind today. That's masterplanretire.com.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Hey, John, why so glum? I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Yeah, look out. On this day in 1994, Pope John Paul II issued a statement, and he said this: the Roman Catholic Church will never ordain women as priests. And now, Holy Crap at Sports with Pete Davis.
Braves back home tonight hosting the Nationals in Truist Park. Left-hander Dickie Lovelady.
Oh, my.
From Hinesville, Georgia.
That could be a little thing there at some point, probably.
Dickie Lovelady from Hinesville.
Hines Dickie Lovelady.
And his 2-2 record and 2.6 run earned run average up against Bryce Elder, who has a 4-2 record and 2.01. So take that.
Yes, sir.
Ronald Acuna Jr. is in the lineup. He left last night's game in Miami with that bone bruise in his left thumb. Ronald says he wants to play and will. Last night, the Bravos completed winning 3 out of 4 against the Marlins, winning 9-3. Atlanta jumped out ahead in the top of the first with a 2-run blast from Michael Harris II. Hitmaker Mauricio Dubon would later make up 8-3 with his latest rap hit.
Again, the 1-2. And he'll flip it into right center, down for a base hit. Ozzie scores. Here comes Dominic. Throw out of center field, up the first base line. Both runs score. And Dubon dashes to second on the throw. It's 8-3 Braves as Mauricio comes through again.
Ben Ingram on sister station 680 The Fan. Harris would put a cap on the scoring in the ninth with his second homer of the night.
2-2 pitch. Harris, fly ball, deep center. Going back, Marcy at the wall. That's out of his reach, and he's come back for more. It's another homer by Michael Harris.
Excellent.
Oh, okay. That was crushed. I think he later ended. Mike Yastrzemski also went deep in support of Spencer Strider, who improves to 2-0 with 6 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts.
Wow.
He did give up 3 home runs, but they were all solo shots, 2 of them to Cal Stowers. Now, let's see. Sandy Alcantara took the loss, 9-3 the final last night. Braves now have a 9.5 game lead over Philly.
Wow.
The Nats are in third place, 10 games behind Atlanta. The Fish fall into last place, which means the Mets are now out of the cellar in the National League East, but still 12.5 games behind the Braves.
Yeah.
And the Mets have designated for assignment Craig Kimbrell. Could be the end
no
for
kidding. Well, he's getting around a lot. That's all right.
Washington was off yesterday. Outfitter Jose Azocar has chosen free agency. Instead of reporting to Gwinnett, he might still sign another minor league deal with us. And, of course, the big news in sports is the shocking death of NASCAR driver Kyle Busch. News he was in the hospital came down during the show yesterday, and news of his passing right after we signed off. The 2-time Cup Series champion who won more races across the sport's 3 national series than any driver in history was just 41. Busch died after being hospitalized earlier in the day as a result of a severe illness, 3 days before he was to compete in the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. No cause of death has been given yet. Busch was testing in the Chevrolet Racing Simulator in Concord, North Carolina Wednesday. He became unresponsive, was transported to a hospital in Charlotte, according to the Associated Press. He is a 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion in 2015 and 19, ranks 9th on the all-time Cup Series wins list with 63, holds the record 234 combined wins in NASCAR's top 3 series, holds wins record in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, 102, and Craftsman Truck Series at 69. He won a Cup Series race in record-breaking 19 consecutive seasons from 2005 to 23. Busch is the younger brother of NASCAR Hall of Famer Kurt Busch and survived by his wife Samantha and children Brexton and Lennox. The news comes 11 days after Kyle Busch radioed into his crew near the end of a Cup Series race at Watkins Glen, asking a doctor to give him a shot after he finished the race. Busch had been struggling with a sinus cold that was worsened by the intense G-forces and elevation changes at the New York road course. Busch finished in 8th place. He competed at Dover last weekend and won the Truck Series race and finished 17th at the NASCAR All-Star race with Richard Childress Racing. Kyle Busch dead at 41.
Wow.
What a competitor he was. A lot of people coming out. Tony Stewart, Dale Earnhardt Jr., all of them coming out telling what a competitor he was. They weren't always friends, but they respected him.
Yeah, they sure did.
College football, Georgia and Clemson reportedly in talks to move a home-and-home series to a neutral site.
Okay.
Their campuses are 78 miles apart. Where are they going to put it? Furman?
I don't.
Lake Hartwell?
For what? What's the?
Seriously, play it in the lake, I guess.
I don't get it.
Right.
Lord.
South Carolina and North Carolina have canceled a home-and-home. The Tar Heels say it was the Gamecocks who turned, wait for it, chicken.
The Gamecocks usually the game.
Yeah. You want a 2014 playoff?
Yeah.
Then you can expect more of this bull squat.
Yeah.
Canceling
24.
these traditional
Got
games.
to be kidding.
Yeah, or what we want to be traditional. Everyone who wants to play here in the United States this summer in the World Cup, step forward. Not so fast, Congo.
Yeah, sorry. Congo. Oh, no. Congo.
Congo's team must isolate for 21 days or risk the ability to enter the U.S. for the Cup as the country deals with an outbreak of Ebola.
Yeah.
According to Andrew Giuliani, executive director of the White House Task Force for the Cup. He's the son of former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani. The U.S. has told FIFA, the Congolese national team, and the Congolese government that the team must maintain a bubble in Belgium.
Oh, boy.
Where it is, we know Belgium doesn't really exist.
It's no Belgium.
Where it is currently training and is scheduled to play 2 warm-up games. Last week, Congo confirmed an outbreak of the rare type of Ebola. There's even a worse form of Ebola.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh.
It's known as Bundibugyo.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is thought to have killed more than 130 people so far. The World Health Organization has declared it a public health emergency of international concern. The CDC said this week the U.S. will ban entry of all foreign nationals who had been in Congo, Uganda, and South Sudan within the past 3 weeks. Congo has canceled a 3-day World Cup prep training camp and a planned farewell to fans in the capital of Kinshasa. Probably worried it would be a last farewell for everybody.
Yeah.
They're known as the Leopards, the Congo team.
Really? The Leopards? Okay.
The Leopards. No, Leopards.
Oh, Leopards. I'm sorry.
Not lepers.
That would be really cruel. I mean,
you know how you know the Congolese national hockey team has shown up?
How do you know the Congolese national hockey team has shown up there?
There's a face-off in the corner.
A face-off in the corner? Oh.
See if they're leopards.
Hands over there? Oh, sorry.
All right, so you think it won't affect us.
Yeah.
They're known as the Leopards. They face Portugal, opening game in Houston, June 17th, then Colombia and Guadalajara, Mexico, and then Uzbekistan here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium for their final group game, June 27th.
So all over the world they can bring their cholera or whatever. Ebola.
Yeah, hopefully they'll have passed on their Bundibugyo by then.
Lordy.
The Rams have signed quarterback Matthew Stafford to a 1-year extension worth $55 million.
Wow.
That's tying him to Los Angeles through the 2027 season. The Bears say they've exhausted all possibilities in Chicago and will definitely be moving out of Soldier Field and the Windy City to either the suburbs or northern Indiana.
Is this all money tax thing for building a new stadium? Is it that decrepit?
Yeah.
I don't understand what's behind
redid
this.
They did it a few years ago, and they botched it, and it doesn't look as good as it used to, and the city doesn't want to pay for this or that, and so they're getting the hell out. I don't blame them.
There you go.
Blame them. The Athletics' new ballpark in Las Vegas is under construction and on schedule to be ready for the start of the 28th season. Right now, the A's are playing in West Sacramento, not Sacramento, but West Sacramento's AAA Park.
Much better.
Yeah, it's gateway to Sacramento.
Well, yeah, so where the good people live, West Side.
It seems to suit them. They're in first place in the American League West with a 25-24 record, and they're going to play 6th game in Vegas's AAA ballpark next month. Tickets still available. NBA, the Knickerbockers have taken a 2-0 lead over Cleveland in the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
And former Major League pitcher Trevor Bauer involved in a traffic accident Wednesday afternoon in Scottsdale, Arizona, in which his $600,000 McLaren was destroyed.
Yeah. And which number of McLaren was this he's destroyed? This is his second McLaren that he's cracked up, apparently.
Idiot. He emerged from the vehicle dazed and confused, but is said to have minor injuries. He's currently playing for the Long Island Ducks of the minor league ball.
Is he done? Is there no chance he'll be a major leaguer
There's
again?
no chance he gets back because first of all he's washed up, and second, they won't let him back in. I don't know why he hasn't sued and won, but
I know I don't get it.
The Tarp Soft movement in Anaheim has taken a turn as male fans are taking their shirts off and now yelling, "Sell the team and blank you, Artie."
Oh my.
Wanting bad owner Artie Moreno to sell the Angels. He bought him back in 2003, and basically he's wasted Mike Trout's career.
Yeah.
And he did not trade Shohei Ohtani when he could, and he could have got that Caminero superstar from Tampa. I mean, he's an idiot is what he is.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. We welcome yours. Yeah. May 22nd, 1933, Yankees third baseman Joe Sewell struck out for the first time this season.
Whoa.
34-year-old infielder in his final season will strike out only 3 more times in 524 at-bats.
That's got to be a record. Is that a record? That's got to be.
I don't know if it's a record, but compared to the swingers today that can't make contact, I don't know. 1942, Ted Williams sworn into the U.S. Navy, but will remain with the Red Sox until called for active duty. Early in the year, a public outcry occurred when the Boston outfielder asked to be reclassified from Class 1A to 3A due to being the sole support of his mother, causing the Quaker Oats Company to drop him from their ads.
Dropping Ted Williams? Ted Williams was a freaking war hero. Twice he fought in wars for fighting.
He became a bigger one in Korea. You're right.
Yeah.
1969, with the team routing the Mets 12-0, Brave skipper Lum Harris elected to rest Hank Aaron and made Mike Lum the only major leaguer to ever pinch hit for Hammerin' Hank.
No kid. I remember Mike Lum.
Mike Lum, that's right. That 23-year-old Hawaiian delivered a 2-run double to right field in Atlanta Stadium.
I remember Mike Lum. What year was that? What year?
That was 69.
69. Good grief.
Yeah, he was there through the early 70s, Mike. 1982, in his last major league at-bat, Mario Mendoza reaches first on a fielder's choice, ending his 9-year career with a .215 batting average. The Rangers' infielder's name will become infamous, as players struggling at the plate will become known as performing below the Mendoza line, which is about 200.
Yeah.
For what Jay has in the box.
Yeah.
What did Mario Mendoza do after retiring as a player?
He became a gambler and used the odds of under-over lines on his gambling prowess.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
He became a hitting instructor. This is what you don't do, he would point out to you.
Yeah, let me check your resume there. Oh, by golly. Well, you're famous.
1995. After a brawl between the Durham Bulls and Winston-Salem Warthogs, taking more than 30 minutes to sort, the umpires eject 10 players during strikeout domestic violence night at Durham's Athletic Park. The president of the Carolina League will hand down 124 days of suspensions, including every player in uniform.
On End the Violence Night, is that what?
Domestic violence night. Birthdays. Imagine how they brought the women there. Let's do domestic violence night.
Ladies.
Yeah. Birthdays, 1908. Horton Smith. Who was Horton Smith?
Horton Smith was Horton Hears a Who. He's a writer. He's a famous sports
The man
writer.
won the U.S. Masters in 1934 and 36.
I remember now, yeah. Golfer.
Born in Springfield, Missouri.
Famous golfer.
1934. Arnie Harris, TV sports director at WGN Chicago with Harry Carey. He was the guy who would find the beautiful women in the bleachers.
Yes.
And then Harry would talk about him. And I tell you, watch right now. If they're doing a shot behind home plate something and there's a beautiful woman doing something, they will cut away in 2 seconds.
That's right.
They were afraid of showing beautiful women on TV now. That's how far we've sunk, that beautiful women cannot be shown on TV anymore.
Yeah. Remember, you remember the ball girl named like Carla or Darla or something like that was a knockout, and Harry would talk about her all the time when she'd chase a foul ball. They all played. I mean, they all played. It was great. It was fun time. It wasn't offensive, but it was clearly, guy-girl stuff. Yeah, but it wasn't offensive.
Yeah.
Was fooling around in a freaking ball game. My God, man.
America's America.
Sure.
1940, one of the greatest names of all time, Mick Tingeloff. Pro Football Hall of Fame center for the Vikings, born in Lexington, Nebraska. And on this day, he's 83. Tommy John was born. Yankees, Dodgers, other teams, born in Terre Haute, Indiana. Of course, the surgery.
Yeah,
named
surgery after
him.
Tommy John.
Novak Djokovic is 39 today. The Serbian tennis player, a record equaling 24 Grand Slam singles titles. Probably won't get another one, I'm afraid.
I like to
Born
watch
in
him
Belgrade.
play. Yeah.
And today, in 1954, we lost Charles Chief Bender, the only indigenous American in the Hall of Fame. Won a World Series in 1910, 11, and 13. Had a no-hitter in 10 for the Philadelphia A's. Died at the age of 70. And in 1975, another Hall of Famer, Lefty Grove, Hall of Famer there, won the Triple Crown of Pitching in 1930, once again for the Philly A's and the Red Sox. And in 1990, Rocky Graziano died. Boxer, middleweight champion,
middleweight champ.
1947 to 48, heart failure at 71. Who starred in his movie, Somebody Up
Paul
There Likes
Newman.
Me? Very good. Who else was in that movie?
I don't remember.
Steve McQueen and Sal Mineo.
Oh, my God. And by the way, Paulo Anton Ono, the speed skater Olympic star, 44 today. Just for the record.
He's pretty good.
Yep. Anyway, Pete Davis, Kimber Pete Flounder, 532. Letterman Friday and Memorial Day weekend. So God bless America. What do you think? You want to join us? Say something. How you doing? What's your plans? Look out. Here we go. Yada-ta, yada-ta-ta. Wait for the musical interlude here. I'll sing for you in the meantime.
Sorry, nothing's working at the moment.
Well, we'll freeze and go back later.
Support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com.
The warm air, the beautiful weather, and the sounds of baseball. It's got you thinking about hitting the road. And no matter where your adventures take you, Subaru of Gwinnett has a vehicle to get you there safely and in style. Like the 2026 Subaru Outback, which will take you as far as you want to explore with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive plus up to 32 miles per gallon. And if you're up for adventure, it'll get you off the beaten path with up to 9.5 inches of ground clearance. More than the Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4 or the 2026 Subaru Forester, the SUV for all you love. It's the right-sized SUV for all the adventures ahead with a spacious and comfortable interior for everyone you want to bring along. And no matter where adventure takes you, it starts on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth with the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. They'll help you find the Subaru that you'll love and be there every step of the way for everything you need. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org, helping warriors navigate to success after service.
I know there are plenty of HVAC companies out there, but here's why Central Heating and Air Conditioning stands out. These days, it's hard to tell who's on first. Companies are changing hands, showing up with new names. You may not even realize it's not the same team anymore. But Central, they've never left the field. They've been your hometown team since 1947, and that kind of consistency matters, especially when you're trusting someone with your home. Central's team knows HVAC inside and out, delivering dependable service, personalized solutions, and showing up when it counts. No surprises, no switching jerseys, just the same trusted team Atlanta has relied on for generations. When it comes to HVAC, that's a grand slam. Carrier products, carrier warranty, and carrier peace of mind. Call 770-GET-HEAT or visit centralheat.com. That's 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
There's a lot riding on every digging project. You want it done and over with. And the utility companies want their underground lines untouched and intact. Georgia 811 helps connect the dots. If you're digging, submit your ticket to us at least 3 business days before the project starts. We'll notify our utility members, and they'll send locators to mark their lines at your site. Georgia 811, connecting the dots for safe digging.
Sponsored by Georgia 811.
If you're struggling to hear conversations, TV, or the people you love, now there's an easier, more affordable solution without spending thousands. Audion Hearing makes high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Free shipping and dedicated one-on-one support in the comfort of your own home. No doctor's offices, no pressure. Clearer hearing delivered right to your door. Join over 1 million happy customers hearing life more clearly. Visit audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
A journey from alone and abandoned to one of the most successful businessmen in Georgia history. Conservative Rick Jackson.
I spent Christmas Eve alone in a children's home. When I woke up, a Good Samaritan had left me $100.
Rick Jackson knows what it's like to go without. That's why he'll fight the career politicians who talk about cutting income taxes and property taxes, but always fail.
Unlike career politicians, I know how some extra money can change everything. That's why I'll freeze your property taxes and slash the income tax in half.
Conservative businessman Rick Jackson will deliver major property tax relief that failed career politicians never will.
I'll get you a boatload of your money back, or I won't run again. It's as simple as that.
No more waiting and wavering from career politicians. It's time for real tax relief. Rick Jackson for Georgia. Paid for by Rick Jackson for Governor, Inc.
It's the old Beatles. The Kimmer Beatles. Hey, yeah. 1965. Number one in America's singles chart with Ticket to Ride, baby. That was the Beatles' 8th U.S. number one hit in 1965. The label declared the song was from the United Artists release 8 Arms to Hold You. That was the original title of the Beatles' second movie. The title was changed to Help after the single was released. 1965, the old Kimmer Beatles. Let's see, birthday list. Oh, a couple of oldies here. I don't. If you're of a certain age, you'll remember this girl. She was kind of a TV version of Elizabeth Taylor. Barbara Parkins is 84 today. Barbara Parkins was a beautiful brunette lady, starred in the TV series Peyton Place. She was also in Valley of the Dolls. Beautiful brunette. And it was the story Peyton Place was based on Grace Metalius's book, which I read as a little boy because I sneaked it from somewhere because it was supposed to be so dirty, and it actually wasn't dirty at all on modern standards. But it talked about, actually named some girl parts as they were kissing and fondling each other, stuff like that. But it was a story about a young girl and having sex when nobody was supposed to, stuff like that. Anyway, the series Peyton Place and the Valley of the Dolls, Barbara Parkins, 84, and Richard Benjamin, the famous actor-director, married to Paula Prentice. In fact, he and she did a TV show called He, She, a series. Richard Benjamin's 88. He was in Goodbye Columbus and Portnoy's Complaint, among other things for the day. And on this day in history... Let's see. Oh, Pete, I didn't mention this in sports. On this day in 1977, Janet Guthrie became the first female driver to qualify for the Indy 500 on the last day of the time trial. She finally did it. Janet Guthrie in 1977 on this day averaged 188.4 miles an hour. When the race was held a few days later, the Indy 500, Janet Guthrie finished 29 out of 33 for the record. And speaking of high-flying, fast-type things, on this day in 1997, the Air Force's first female bomber pilot certified for combat was Kelly Flynn. But Kelly Flynn, on this day, accepted a general discharge from the Air Force in order to avoid a court-martial because she was having an affair with a husband of an enlisted woman under her control, having an affair with a woman's husband, and they caught her, and her captain, or her general who was in charge of her, told her to stop, and she didn't, and then she lied about it, of not stopping, and they forced her out. She's lucky she didn't get a dishonorable discharge. A general discharge is not as bad, but it still means if somebody, if you don't get an honorable discharge, it means you did something wrong. And this will follow her the rest of her life. Anyway, Kelly Flynn, 1997. We mentioned that the Air Force, the Pentagon, has released more photographs and commentary about strange things in space, streaks of light. And some of it now includes comments from astronauts. Apollo 12 crew members talked about flashes of lights and streaks of light in the darkened spacecraft, horizontal and one a bit above center. Pete Conrad, Richard Gordon, Alan Bean, describing watching for the flashes while lying awake in the space capsule. Roughly in the same place, appeared. They asked whether they were appearing in one eye or both eyes. The astronauts said we can tell in one eye. And we just had our caller Jesse called in and said that they found out that it's basically some kind of cosmic stuff that was passing through their eyeballs at the time. Records show green fireballs and sensitive nuclear installations, unidentified objects. And we see these streaks are flying back and forth and so forth. And again, I mentioned earlier, the guys before us on the show had this guy, Corey or Gory, whatever his name is, a famous podcaster and broadcaster about UFO stuff. And he told the story of how Jackie Gleason got a call from Richard Nixon as president, said, get in the car, we're going to the Air Force Base. And he went into some cellar someplace and showed Jackie Gleason a foreign visitor from outer space in a jar. That it happened. And he also talked about time travelers. Anyway. And by the way, there was a famous astronomer from Austria in 1948 named Thomas Gold, and he claimed that there was so-called garbage theory for the origin of life on our planet, in which life on Earth was spread from a pile of waste products like garbage dumped on Earth long before by extraterrestrials. So, I mean, that's one thing after another. By the way, I forgot to mention this yesterday. There's a survey that came out, U.S. News and World Report, and it listed the best American cities in order to retire or to settle down. The best top 10 American cities to live located, guess where, my friends? In GOP states. And mayors are pretty much all conservative. There's only one blue area on the list of the top 10 places to live in America, the cities in America. Number 10, Sugar Land, Texas. Number 9, Frisco, Texas. Number 8, Leander, Texas. These Texas things are because of the populations are like 200,000. They have conservative fiscal policies. The mayor in Leander, the same as a mayor in Frisco. Nonpartisan elections, their victories are cheered by everybody. They seem to know what they're doing. Those are the bottom 3, 8, 9, and 10 are all Texas. The only liberal area that is a good place to live, according to the survey of U.S. News and World Report, is Rochester Hill, Michigan. The only blue area. Number 6 is Hoover, Alabama. Number 5, Johns Creek, Georgia. The 5th best place to settle down in America is Johns Creek, Georgia. Acnery, Ohio, Kenny, I guess it is, Iowa is number 4. Flower Mound, Texas, again, Texas, number 3. Fishers, Indiana, number 2, and the best place in America, the best city in America to settle down is Carmel, Indiana. They're basically GOP states, except one exception. Mayors are conservative, quality of life, affordability, strong job market, desirability taken into account. Rents are under $2,000 a month. Population's usually about 115 or 20,000. Median monthly rents. People can afford it, and there are work jobs to do, and so. And by the way, the Johns Creek guy, the mayor John Bradbury, boasts on his campaign website, "There's no tolerance for breaking the law in Johns Creek, and we are more accountable and transparent in justifying any additional spending in Johns Creek, Georgia." Pretty cool, though. In number 5 on the list.
You don't want to be in Hoover, Alabama, right now because it's underwater.
Oh, is that flooding stuff? I saw some of those videos.
Yeah. It's where the SEC baseball tourney's going on, and the water's just flooding right through the field, and it's pretty bad right now.
Man.
They had tornadoes in Alabama, too, today.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not good. In fact, we have it looks like it's beautiful right now here, and again, we have looks like 3 days of maybe good chance of rain coming up for the holiday here. All right, it's 5:45 already. Holy moly, Carapine Flounder. Look out. Here we go. Look out.
This Memorial Day, Extra 106.3 honors the brave men and women who have given everything for our freedom. To the families, friends, and loved ones of those who've paid the ultimate price, we cannot thank you enough.
Hey, it's Flounder. My wife and I have owned our home for just over a year, and for the past year, we've trusted Dobbs Heating and Air, a local small business that does it right. Right now, Dobbs is offering buy two, get one free on their club membership. 3 HVAC visits for the price of 2. That includes a 21-point inspection, priority scheduling, and savings on repairs and new equipment. Plans start at just $199 with membership starting at $17 a month. Service calls are only $85. Prevent breakdowns and keep your system running strong. Visit DobbsHVAC.com.
Right now, new car prices are out of control. Yes, it's more affordable to buy a used vehicle, but can you really trust what you're getting? That's why I use VIX Auto Care. VIX can perform a pre-purchase inspection of the vehicle I'm thinking about. They'll check it out from top to bottom, so I know if there are any potential problems. VIX helps me make the right decision. So before you buy, give VIX a try. VIX Auto Care on Roswell Street in Marietta. Visit them at VIXAutoCare.com. That's VIKS Autocare.com.
In 1953, an American Roadster was born, and it would go on to become an icon. Across 8 generations, the Corvette has represented speed, style, and innovation. Now, the Savoy Automobile Museum in Cartersville, Georgia, invites you to experience where it all began. Corvette, the early years, showcases the groundbreaking C1 through C3 models, the designs that started a legend. Don't miss the opportunity to see 2 rare Corvette concept cars on loan from General Motors. This temporary exhibit is open now through May 31st. Get tickets at SavoyMuseum.org.
I'm Michelle Stovall, and our company has been family-owned and operated for 75 years. Check us out at StovallINC.com, or better yet, stop by our newly opened 11th store at 9500 Union Hill Road in Canton. At Stovall, we supply you with all your landscaping project needs, completely hassle-free down to delivery. Been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs. We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
Are you paying too much in taxes? Most people are, and they don't even realize it. Hi, I'm David Nicholas, president of Nicholas Wealth Management. Every year, hardworking individuals and business owners send more money to the IRS than they legally have to. I hate to see it. Not because they did anything wrong, but because the tax code is complex. It's always changing, and it's full of opportunities most people never hear about. So here's the real question. Could you be paying less in taxes? With the right strategy, many people can. Through smarter planning, overlooked deductions, and better retirement and income decisions, you can win in retirement. That's why we're offering a complimentary tax analysis. No cost, no obligation, just a clear look at where you may be overpaying and what you can do about it. Stop guessing. Get answers. Call Nicholas Wealth Management 678-990-8500, 678-990-8500, or visit nicholaswealth.com.
Nicholas Wealth Management is an independent financial services firm. This is for informational purposes only and is not specific investment advice.
So many people are living every day with pain that they just think they're stuck with it. It is what it is, but it doesn't have to be. I want to tell you about a letter I got from Oregon, a guy named George, and his Relief Factor story. George, hardworking guy, spends 10 hours a day in a garbage truck. Tough job, made even tougher because he's dealing with a sore right knee that just wouldn't bend. But here's the amazing part. George started taking Relief Factor, and it changed his life. And he said in his letter to me, and I quote, "I can bend my knee again with very little pain." I can relate to George. There was a time when I wondered if I could continue working because my pain was so bad. If you're living with aches and pains, see how Relief Factor, a daily drug-free supplement, can help you feel and live better every day. Give their 3-week quick start a try, $19.95. A few weeks, even days, you'll feel the difference that Relief Factor can make in your life. You don't have to be stuck living with the pain. Visit ReliefFactor.com, ReliefFactor.com, 800-4-RELIEF. That's 800, the number 4-RELIEF.
Here we go. It's the killer, Jerry Lee Lewis. And what a story. The arrival in the United Kingdom, one of the biggest figures in rock and roll on this day in 1958. Holy smokes. Nowhere in the world were teenage fans of raucous music coming out of America more enthusiastic than they were in England. Jerry Lee Lewis had to be a rousing success, whole lot of shaking going on, and Great Balls of Fire were massive hits in Britain. Early demand for tickets was so great that they had to schedule 27 shows for Jerry Lee Lewis, the biggest tour yet by an American rock and roll star. There was a problem.
Unbeknownst to the British and the organizers, Jerry Lee Lewis traveled to England as a newly married man, and he brought his young wife in tow. Just how young would become revealed, and upsa-daisy boom bomb. On this day, Jerry Lee, the killer Lewis, arrived at Heathrow. It was an inquisitive reporter for the Daily Mail named Paul Tanfield who unwittingly broke the scandal when he inquired as to the identity of that young woman next to you, sir. She piped up, "I'm Myra, Jerry's wife." Myra Gale Lewis. The reporter followed up by asking a question for the killer himself. And how old is Myra? Jerry Lee gave the answer. It was a lie, 15. Actually, she was 13. That fact would come out along with other details, such as that she was Jerry Lee's first cousin, and the pair had been married 5 months before he was divorced from his second wife. Jerry Lee tried to set the minds at ease on that last point. The second marriage, he said, was null and void because it had taken place before the divorce from his first wife was legal. Even then, the most skilled PR guys had a hard time trying to spin the unfolding story in Jerry Lee Lewis's favor. Well, and after the week, killer tried to go on with business. His first 3 shows, very few people showed up, and those who did buy tickets showered him with booze and catcalls. The rest of the theaters who were supposed to have him, 27 dates all canceled. The hotel manager said, "You're out." He kicked him out of the hotel, the newlywed couple out of the hotel, and so Jerry Lee and his bride fled from England. Was there a couple of days, and then he got blacklisted when he came back home. This is 1958, and he never really fully recovered. And he was huge for that time and then known for that, and that was pretty much the ball game. Well, you know, hell, she was 13.
Well, he was known for shooting somebody, didn't he?
Well, yeah, he shot his. Didn't he shoot his guitar? Or that wasn't Elvis. Jerry Lee. Yeah, he shot a guy. He shot one of his bass player, I think. Anyway, that was a different time. It was a different time. A couple of birthdays here quickly. Joan Collins, 93 over the weekend, and Drew Carey turned 68. Bernie Taupin, Elton John's songwriting guy, 76 years old today, too, by the way. Anyway, Kim Repeat and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And we talked the other day about the new movie called Odyssey, and it's done. They've changed everything. This guy, Christopher Nolan, who's Pete knows way more about him than I do. He's a fantastic director, known for very, very famous films, special kinds of films, and he's doing a new version of the Odyssey, and he has cast as his Helen of Troy Lupita Nyong, and she says, well, everybody's going nuts because she's, looks a little different than what they thought Helen of Troy would be, and she says, you can't perform beauty. I'm sure the most beautiful woman in the world, but he said, I want to know who the character is. What's beyond beauty, she says. What's beyond looks? What's the thing about doing a well-known text that's been studied and interpreted and derived from? The researchers are endless. The good thing about working with a writer like Chris Nolan is that it's on the page. The investigation starts with what you're given, and that's what I was given.
Well, I don't blame her for taking the role.
No, hell no.
The role.
I would take the role, sure.
But okay, when they do the Whitney Houston bio, I want a white girl doing it.
Right, exactly.
If it doesn't matter, if the ways they look don't matter, then...
Exactly. And for that matter, if there's somebody, who is blind in a character role, then maybe make the guy next time see, and just change the dialogue. I mean, if you can just change things and do whatever you feel like, then...
Oh, Helen Keller was a supermodel.
Yeah, there you go. An athlete. A shot putter. Yeah, there you go.
A magician.
The famous 1924 Olympics starring Helen Keller.
What an arm she had.
Javelin throw.
Look out.
Anyway, so he did Oppenheimer. She was in 12 Years a Slave, and cast her as Helen of Troy, and so people even die. Elon Musk said Chris Nolan's lost his integrity.
Yes.
And Nolan said he'd be branded a racist if he gave the role to a white woman.
Oh, my God. What a white, self-loathing, white guilt wuss.
I know.
And what a great director. He didn't have to do this.
I know.
No one says boo to Christopher Nolan. He
right.
could do whatever he wanted. He's like Stanley Kubrick.
So why do they have to make everything a thing? It's like what they just changed the whole theory on the animal farm or whatever. We were just talking about this the other day.
Yeah, they changed the whole meaning of animal farm against an autocratic government. Now it's a big corporation. That's not what Orwell meant.
That's not it. See, you can do that? I guess you can just do that. What's he going to stop you? This man's been dead for, more than 2 years.
You know what? I blame his estate for signing off on it.
I guess they allowed it.
They've been I remember when Apple did the 1984 thing in the ad in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it was a big thing.
That was a huge
the Orwell
thing.
estate didn't let things go very much.
Right.
And now they've completely sold out.
Yep. Well, I don't. Would they need the money? I mean, I
probably at this point.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's been a while. Anyway, bizarre. Let's see. Oh, did you see the video of that fight at the kindergarten graduation ceremony at the Catholic school in Ohio? My God. Catholic school in Ohio for kindergarten. And apparently it started when a woman named Jessica Anderson, 28-year-old woman, was cursing out other parents because she tried to hog all the seats, and she had saved all the seats in a row. And the other parents said, wait a minute, now, we have family here too. We want to see this stuff. And one graduating student's parent, a guy named Craig Mays, said he tried to calm down this woman Anderson who was getting ticked off when people tried to sit there where she didn't want them to sit. And he said, take it easy, take it easy. And he said he got about 2 words out when her whole family jumped him. He said, I don't even remember anything. All I know is I was sucker punched. 5 men in that particular woman's family surged from their seats and dogpiled on him and beat the crap out of him. The video shows him pummeling people. Women are pulling each other's hair, snagging them around by the hairdo and dragging them away. Bystanders are going, what the hell are we doing here? 2 women fighting off to the side, pounding their heads. One guy got slammed in the face with a metal chair. People that go to the hospital. The children, thank God, were in another room at the time. This was before the actual ceremony, and apparently they didn't, be part of it at all, thank goodness. And now this is a Catholic school in Toledo, Ohio, and they're trying to decide now whether to have another ceremony. I don't think so. Hey, Flounder, one more Flounders Funny.
And I was talking to a friend of mine one night outside a comedy club, and she was out there smoking a cigarette, and I got her so fired up. She was like, dang, I want to have a kid now, too, She goes, but then again, if I get pregnant, I got to quit smoking. And I was like, well, I don't know,
Well, not necessarily.
Like, it's different for everybody, Like, for instance, my sister, she smoked while she was pregnant, and it only took her 6 months to have a baby. Okay.
That's not good, sir. That's not premature. It's not.
No,
really...
that is true, though. And they're fine, though. That was years ago. They're fine. But I think my sister liked it at the time, because the hospital wanted to babysit for a while, so... She got to go back to her trailer and smoke cigarettes and take care of her diabetes.
Who's that, Flounder?
That is Mr. Dusty Slay.
Very funny. Boys, have a great weekend. Semper Fi, Memorial Day. God bless America. Thank you for all you have done, you heroes from the past. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. God bless America. Christine, sing me home, baby. I gotta go here. Kill me. Hoorah.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.